And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show. And this is going to be episode 423. So I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we are going to be doing a movie review on Sam Raimi's newest, I would say, psychological horror thriller film, Send Help. So this was a movie that I saw a trailer for when I went to go see Mercy, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this. The trailer really piqued my interest. I didn't really feel like the trailer kind of exposed the entire movie. I told you guys I really just don't like that at all. Like, there's this other movie coming out during the month of February for 2026 called Solo Mio, and if you literally watch the trailer, it spoils the entire movie anyway. So it's just one of those things where, you know, I really dislike when movie trailers show the whole movie, and this one didn't. And then I remember when I was watching the trailer and it said from the director of The Evil Dead, I was like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be a horror movie. And then, you know, I told Nate I was gonna go and watch this one, and yeah, so that means my January movies. No, because
I think I saw it
in February, right?
No, Send Help was one of the last movies of January.
Yeah. So that means that I have watched 2 movies for January 2026, Mercy and Send Help. And this movie was, as for my initial like viewing of it, because I just got through watching it like, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes ago, it's actually pretty good. I would say this movie will most likely end up on my top 10 movies of 2026. Obviously, barring, you know, movies we're going to watch on streaming, movies we're also going to watch later on in the year. I have my issues, and outside of those issues, overall, the movie is actually pretty good. So,
yeah, I mean, I would definitely classify it as not like a horror movie. I mean, it's Sam Raimi, so it's going to have like those horror elements just because that's what he's most famous for, is movies like, you know, Evil Dead and Drag Me to Hell. And you know, I mean, even in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, there were like horror-esque moments in those, you know, just with his style of filmmaking. But I mean, my problems with the movie are very few. I mean, I thought this was a really good surprise. Like, you don't get movies like this in January normally.
Yeah. I was surprised at how good it really was. I was like, damn, I'm watching something pretty good here. Like, I will say, to the movie's detriment, it is a little on the long side. I do feel like you could shave off 20 minutes, and I think the premise still just goes through,
You think
honestly.
so?
Yeah, you could shave off like 20 minutes, and you can kind of still get the movie down to an hour and 30 minutes. But you know what? The movie, it's not that I felt the runtime, but I was like, you know what? Did we really need this scene here and there? It's like, you didn't really need this there. This could have been shaved off, but that would only shave off like 5 minutes anyway, you know? So, yeah, we're going to be doing a movie review of Send Help in just a little bit here. I know you guys are going to ask me about some these e-thoughts out there who pretend to be trad wives. Guys, I know they're all whores. You don't got to convince me. You need to convince yourself about why you actually believe them when they talk. I don't believe women like you guys do. I am someone who's just a top G, and women do what I say, not the other way around, obviously, you know?
Okay, Andrew Tate Jr., calm the fuck down.
Don't you mean top G Rizzmaster, Aura Farmer, Black Daddy?
Top Jizz Master is more like it.
Oh my God, kill me now. Kill me now. And then when I'm watching this movie, I'm straight up thinking to myself, how did Doctor Strange fumble this?
I can tell you in 2 words: Kevin Feige. Because if Kevin Feige had just sat back and shut his fucking mouth, Sam Raimi probably would have made him a movie that would have made over $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
So
fucking crazy. But no, man, how was your day been so far? Did you just get off work?
No, I've actually been home for like an hour. It's just I looked at I got on YouTube and looked at when you had the show scheduled. It was scheduled for like 11:30, so I was like, okay, cool. I can make dinner, probably play a little bit of a game, and then you sent me a text and you're like, hey, let me know when you're off. And when you sent me that text, I'm like literally laying down in bed.
So, he was doing the Wolverine meme. He was thinking about me, guys, doing this. He did the Wolverine meme. Oh God, man.
Yeah, I totally got a picture of Rachel McAdams somewhere in here, especially after this movie, dude. God damn. Like,
Oh,
Shit.
God. Woo.
It's
Good
like
Lord.
how did Doctor Strange fumble that bag?
She she literally left Doctor Strange to go get blacked out by a black dude. Remember? And why does this always happen in movies now? For some reason, this rich billionaire guy is dating a Shaniqua. Why? Why does this happen so much?
I ain't gonna lie. I mean that
Oh
black chick
no!
was pretty,
Stop it!
man.
No,
She was.
Oh my God, no! Jesus Christ, dude! Ah,
I mean, Rachel McAdams is over here chewing on tuna fish and looking like a
my
woman
breath
with like
stank.
looking like a woman with 50 cats at home. It's-
Oh
that's
God!
we're gonna talk about it more later. But that's the biggest problem with this movie is that this movie goes out of its way to try and make Rachel McAdams ugly at one point.
And for some reason, given how old she is, doesn't even happen. What's crazy is because white women actually age the worst.
I think all
What-
well, I mean, it's a pretty universal thing that
I think white women legitimately age like even older black ladies don't age that. White women
No,
age like crap.
no, they literally age like milk.
Yeah, I think Asian women age worse the least from my experience. They're usually pretty all right for the most part.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty common knowledge that, like, when it comes to the aging process, like, men just have it better than women in general.
Yeah.
So-
Who's here tonight? WZ says send Nate help, please, Lord.
Hey, that's the sequel. Send me help.
Hi, Emily. How are you doing? How have you guys been? WZ says, not gonna lie, I expected more crazy wild things to happen from Raimi, but maybe because I was thinking of and comparing it to Drag Me to Hell.
You know, it's funny. After this movie released, I read an article not too long ago where I guess Sam Raimi's ready to like pull the trigger on a Drag Me to Hell too. I don't know. Like,
I don't think these movies need sequels. I just don't.
well, it's like, what would you do? There's only really two things you could do. Technically, there's like three things you could probably do with a sequel to Drag Me to Hell. You could either go the Army of Darkness route and do like a direct sequel where she's in hell fighting off demons and like trying to escape and just it just be campy and over the top. Or you could do a sequel that like follows her boyfriend and he's like trying to figure out what the fuck happened to her and shit like that because he saw it happen. Maybe you could do like a detective story with him, as he's trying to figure out what the fuck's happened. Or you just follow a whole nother group of people or different group of characters who are dealing with the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah. For me, I've never seen Drag Me to Hell. I remember the trailers for it back when I was. You know what's crazy? You were way younger. I was in 8th grade when that movie's trailers were coming out.
Yeah, it was. Well, I know it was like his first big movie after Spider-Man 3. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember seeing promotional material. I got the Blu-ray, and once again, like I think the big tagline for this movie was the most disturbing horror film you'll ever see. And I mean, it's
got their tagline for all of them.
Well, here's the thing: Sam Raimi has a reputation because he created Evil Dead, and he arguably created a very unique horror experience. There's not many horror experiences that I can compare the Evil Dead to, except Drag Me to Hell. I think in fact he's even like said that Drag Me to Hell like takes place in the Evil Dead universe, so that's why it's
a fucked up universe to be in.
It's a very fucked up universe, dude. So it's like, wait a minute. So the sequel needs to be she goes to hell and then she meets Bruce Campbell with the chainsaw, and they're both fighting demons in hell. That would be fucking sick.
I will say, because he's known for being a horror director. Well, it's really awesome is that if you just discount Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange, which Doctor Strange wasn't even his fault, he's a guy where he's directed two of the best superhero movies ever, which is the first two Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. And then he's had a long career in horror. You can tell if this guy is allowed to just kind of do what he wants, he'll make you a good movie.
Yeah, he has a style and a certain craft to his films. Like let's say you go to the theater tomorrow and you watch a movie that just happens to be, created by Sam Raimi. Mm-hmm. If you're familiar with his filmography and you know how he makes his movies, and let's say you didn't know he directed this movie, just watching the film, you can go, oh, this is a Sam Raimi movie. Like he has like his own unique style and flair when it comes to filmmaking. When it comes to Drag Me to Hell, it kind of exists in that same vein as like Evil Dead 2. Like there's genuine moments in it where you're like, holy fuck, this is fucked up. And then there are other moments where it's kind of campy and silly, kind of like, you know, how it is in the Evil Dead movies, and even in, you know, the movie we're going to be talking about, Send Help. You know,
Mhm.
that's just how he makes his movies.
Mhm.
it,
So the
it,
Max show is just two whites now? No. I told you guys we were gonna review a movie on this episode. Why do you guys never listen to me? It's like when I talk, it
and,
actually just goes in one year
you
out
know,
the other.
how old was I in 2009? I think it was like 11 years old. Pretty sure, because I was born in 98. So yeah, I was like 11 or 12. That was the first time I watched a movie and I figured out that not every story is going to have a happy ending. That ending scarred the fuck out of me forever.
Yeah,
When
I'm
I
at the
watched
point
it.
now, whenever I watch just horror movies, I'm just thinking in the back of my head, the main, because weird, this movie doesn't really have a main hero though. And I was thinking how it was going to end, because I've not seen movies similar like this, but I've seen movies that have a very similar premise, kind of, and they usually teeter towards like this specific person is
Yeah.
gonna end up getting out of it this way, and that didn't happen. And I was
No.
like, okay.
Well, the ending of it is a very Sam Raimi level, what the fuck kind of ending. That so I really didn't expect anything less from him out of that.
Yeah, because I
So
remember, it's not that this premise hasn't been done. It's just like I've seen how these movies usually play out, but it's just one of those things where it's like I could see it, you know, because like if people would always say, "Oh, it's just going to be the same thing over and over," I understand why someone like him would change it up though, because it can't all if there's no way to differentiate yourself. If you're always ending these movies in the same vein, you know.
yeah.
Because that's how
Uh,
life works, guys. Sometimes the villain does kind of win.
you know,
Not
it
fair, but
it'd be kind of funny if like maybe a week or two from now he comes out and says that Send Help also takes place in the Evil Dead universe. It's like
I call it the
it,
Raimi verse.
it's like, okay, even though the supernatural is not involved, your universe is just fucked up. Oh man.
God, what a fucked universe that is. Send help, Evil Dead, and drag me to hell. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. This is not true. Oh my god. These narratives. The narratives.
You know what? I like Joe. You leave Joe alone.
Why are you guys picking on Joe? Joe's a good person. No, I'm pretty sure Joe is gonna be our third guy for Mondays now, because the only reason why Nate was on Monday is because Bob had family plans he already made.
I was off Monday too.
Yeah, so
because of all
luckily
this
it helped me. Nate was off. Bob had made plans with his family. I was gonna do this show with me, Bob, and Joe, but what ended up happening was, you know, Bob left me for his family. Pause, no homo. So, you know, next week, fingers crossed, it'll be just me, Bob, and Joe. You know, so you'll have a blend of a Mexican, a black guy, and a white guy.
He said, "I can't be there, buddy. I have to go get the milk."
The same pose that one actor did in Man of Steel. I must get the milk.
I must get the milk. There's a fucking tornado blowing through. But Dad, there's a storm going on outside.
Doesn't matter, son. I don't care.
The milk is important. The milk is love. The milk is life.
Golly. Who played Pa Kent in Man of Steel? I forgot.
I don't know. It's probably, you know what? The thing is, it's probably some actor that we all know, but just because
it was Man of Steel.
But just because it was Man of Steel, everybody.
Oh, it's Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord, man.
What a shitty version of Pa Kent, man.
Awful. What an ass character that was in that movie. Jesus Christ.
It's like such a far cry from how Pa Kent is actually supposed to be.
Like he literally is like, son with my super speed, son that so my adopted son has super speed. Don't save me so I can die in front of you and your mom.
Son, the world is not ready for you, but Dad, you're gonna die. The world is not ready for you. It's like, the fuck?
I was like, you know that, like, literally, if you dying in front of your son and wife, that's gonna be traumatizing for them. It doesn't matter. The narrative must persist. Oh, what a fucking shit movie.
Let's not even go down that rabbit hole.
Movie so just it has so much good and then it has so much ass.
Yeah, I know. And I feel like that's what's most disappointing about it, because when you're watching it, you see it's kind of like watching the first Transformers movie. Like, you see the little glimpses of good and awesomeness, and you're like, dude, this is fucking rad. I'm really loving this. And then when the stupid shit starts, it's just very hard to look over that.
Oh God. But I just want to let people know, sometimes these kind of shows go in different directions, obviously. And then when you go in different directions to try to elevate what the show is, you end up elevating it in a way that makes it better. And you theorize about this stuff. And
Dad, we're losing viewers on the show. No, son, I must elevate it. Is that another thing we're going to start doing on this show now? No, son, we must do this for the show.
Everything is for the good of the show.
Everything is for the good of the show.
I'm just saying, if you guys don't see certain people here, it's not because I did anything wrong. It's just like, there's scheduling conflicts. There's
except
egos involved.
Except for a certain Jewish woman we all know.
She always comes back. I think at some point she's gonna come back to me.
She doesn't hate you. I've talked to her about what happened. She doesn't hate you.
Here is like, we just always argue, and like, I'm right, and I know I'm right, and I'm not. I just can't let women do. It's a power dynamic. I always put women in their place, and it can't be any different. I can't do it, because then.
Yeah, but believe me, buddy, you're not the first person that's gone, oh, she just thinks she's right about everything. Believe me, I've been around her long enough to where I'm like, okay, she does kind of think she's right about everything. But you know what? I love her regardless. That's just who she is.
It's just one of those things where, we've had so many fights and arguments throughout the years. It's just like, I've had these with people that I've privately known too. It's just, you just got to give people their space for a little bit, and if things are meant to work out, they kind of do. Like, she's apologized. She has. Not that I can't say she hasn't. But
even though she probably didn't need to.
No, she needed to. It was definitely in the wrong. It's just like, I don't know. I told her, no, I'll just tell her this privately. But no, it's one of these things where it's like, just argue too much, and it's like, I can't have you doing that. It's just like, I'm getting to that point in my age where it's like, I don't really like arguing that much with people that I'm supposed to be like kind of somewhat close with. Like, we got to be a united front. You guys got to be on the MSK team.
MSK, pull up my feed. Who would you rather play Helen of Troy, Sydney Sweeney or Kunda Kinte? Fuck. What? I'm starting to feel like Christopher Nolan is becoming the next George Lucas. Like, he does stupid shit because no one knows how to tell him no.
I feel like they Dude, I want you guys to see what Athena looks like in Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? So if Yu-Gi-Oh, yes, I just want to point out, Athena in Yu-Gi-Oh looks like this. Just keep in mind, if Yu-Gi-Oh can get this character's depiction right, I'm just pointing out that a live-action movie not doing it is crazy. Look at this. And it's gonna be black and white. I can show you the colored version. Pause.
Oh, I just realized Toasty's the one that reposted that.
Look at this. Yeah, Athena kind of looks like this for a lot of people.
Yeah, and in the Odyssey, she's being played by Zendaya, of all people. Supposedly.
No, that one bitch who was T'Challa's wife in Black Panther, right? That's supposed to be her?
No, she's playing Helen of Troy. That's who I was just bringing
up.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Zendaya is supposed to be playing Athena?
Yeah, that's who she's
Holy shit.
That's who she's listed as in the cast. You know, I was,
word.
you know, I was excited when the Odyssey was announced, but it's like the more and more I hear about it, like my excitement for it is slowly dying.
Zendaya is going to be Athena.
Well, here's the thing.
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
I don't hate Zendaya, but she definitely exists in that realm that Pedro Pascal kind of exists in.
Mhm.
It's like just overexposure. Like she's everywhere and you just can't get the fuck away from her. Like at all.
Yeah, she's gonna be in a new movie with Robert Pattinson coming up very soon called Drama. Really?
I bet
That's
Tom
how we name movies now?
I bet Tom Holland's not happy about that.
It's crazy because like she'll be in movies getting DP'd, just black.
She bounced off Spider-Man's dick and went to Batman.
She was in she was in this like tennis movie where she had a threesome with dudes. She's over here like in love with Timothy Chalamet in one movie. Then she's gonna be in a movie where she's in love with Robert Pattinson. It's like, and then apparently, allegedly, she's like really mad at Sydney Sweeney and Tom Holland being friends. Like, you're for the streets. What are you talking about?
You know, I'm almost at that point where if it came out tomorrow that Tom Holland was like dicking Sydney Sweeney down, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be like, yeah, man, get her.
Oh,
my
God.
boy.
Walter says, hey guys, I hate to skip out, but I plan on watching this still, so don't want to hear spoilers. Oh, we're gonna talk about it in like another 5-6 minutes, so you don't have to leave right now. We're just gonna be talking about bullshit for another like 6 minutes actually. But yeah, this is how lazy movies are named, guys. A movie with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson's coming out like in like March or whatever, and it's just called Drama. That's it. No other name you could come up with.
Adam Sandler's going to come out with a new movie. It's just going to be poop. Literally. You really? We couldn't come up with a better name for that? Nope, just poop.
Yeah, it's just like okay. I get the title. A man and a woman together is drama. You couldn't create another name. It's drama. Really? How lazy we are these days.
Remember MSK? It's an echo chamber out there. It's full of people who regurgitate the exact same shit over and over again and don't want to let people like me and you in there because we might actually outshine them with, pretty good ideas.
Oh my God. Who's this? Yo, MSK, just wanted to tell you your birth certificate was an apology note from the condom factory.
The fuck?
Oh. Thank you.
You actually look like you're gonna. You actually look like you're gonna cry.
When people comment, I all right. I guess fuck. I mean, I will say this: I've had sex with a lot of women, actually. So
you know what's fucked up? It's probably someone you know.
Oh, it's probably someone I know. They're probably gonna tell me about it later on.
It's like somebody from work. You just finally found your channel.
Good Lord. But no. If you are on Twitch, please make sure to give me all your money. Actually, just start donating all your check to me. Please.
Okay, Boogie.
Also, wait a minute. Hold up. You guys don't know this. I have a Ko-fi. You guys can donate via this, or you can become a member. Because YouTube, they're like the IRS. They take a cut of what you would willingly give me in money. So don't do that. Go do it on Ko-fi. Donate, remember. Please give me all your money.
And when you don't give them their fair dues, they kick in your door like the fucking FBI. Send the damn Pinkerton Detective Agency to your house.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I'm not talking to you, MSK. I'm talking to Nate and the chat, so quiet down. Also, Nate, do you annoy people as a hobby, or is it just your personality?
I don't give a fuck what people think about me.
No, he had sex with a black woman, so we already gave him an inward cast for that.
Holy shit!
So MSK, no, dude. Keep in mind, Amaranth has gotten exposed for having a husband, and keep in mind, I always knew she was. No woman that looks like that is not taken, though. That's the thing. It's like I've told people this: girls that attractive let's be honest here. I know there's the narrative that hot girls are usually not taken, but like realistically, when you've lived life, most times I've lived life, attractive women are usually taken. That's just in my experience. Like, and I can understand the other angle of like, but they're not taken because no one's gonna approach them. Yeah, like that might be true, but I've never experienced that, so I don't give a fuck about that. But like with all these women, Sophie Rain, Piper
I'm not.
Raquel, they have to give off the illusion that they're single. These bitches are taken. They're getting dicked right now. Some guy right now is in between their walls, just oh yeah, oh fuck, right now, when we're doing this fucking show.
Someone clip that.
they're man. That one girl I told you about, Isa, or her fucking name is that Wong Bing Bong Ching Chong bitch. Oh my god, with the fat ass. Oh, she's getting BBC'd right now by Tyrone and Jonisha and Shaquiqui right now.
Shawiwi? Who the fuck is Shawiwi?
I don't know, dude. I know a bitch named Deronda.
Tony just says MSK, her husband, is a cuck.
Fucking loser. This guy.
Here's the thing.
Remember that Hassan Piker drama where he like shocked his dog? Then at TwitchCon, she's walking her husband like a dog. So she was Hassan. He was the dog's name or whatever. I would never let a bitch walk me around like that. If you are a man and you let your fucking wife walk you around like that, I need to send you to the shadow realm.
Looks like you're going to the shadow realm, Jimbo.
But what if it was like a hot like goth mommy or something? You wouldn't do it then?
And you know what's crazy after that? They went to a strip club, and then she covered his eyes from looking at naked women. Meanwhile, she can just get naked for $9.99, show her asshole, her bleached hairy butthole for $9.99 to millions of men online.
How do you know it's bleached if it's hairy?
Who knows?
That doesn't make any sense.
Right,
like how do you know it's hair? How do you know it's bleached if it's hairy?
I'm just pointing out that literally, yeah. There was apparently she went on Fresh and Fit's podcast, and then the producer of the show, apparently she jerked the guy off in the car or something like that. Like she's out here just jerking off black dudes. Like what? Like that lady is for the streets. All these women you guys follow are for the streets. There is another one that just got outed this week, just about like a few days ago, for just being for the streets. Man, look into, just saying right now, before we do a show Friday, look into Sarah Fields. I think that's her name right now. Look into Sarah Fields right now.
Sarah Fields.
No, my bad. Oh my god, name is worse. Her name was Sarah Stock.
Where do these fucking women come up with these names, dude?
Okay, so before we get into Sarah Stock, well, damn, the jokes write themselves.
Holy shit.
Okay, so we're not going to do that yet. I'm just going to briefly run down the things that she did to her husband just in the past couple of days we figured out. Now, this is not the actual movie review part of the show. We're going to do the movie review in just a moment here. This is what Sarah Fields did. Let me just make sure it's 200%. Okay, so, all right. She lied about being a virgin. She slept with a married man. Christian married father commits adultery. She cheats on her now soon-to-be ex-husband. Alleged abortions. Made her husband wait until marriage. Essing the D with the married man's seed in her.
And I'm the degenerate one.
That's what I never understood about women. So you know how like they'll go through like a couple of guys, right?
Well, hold on. Is that just a normal woman, or is that just an OnlyFans thought?
No, even worse. She was LARPing as a traditional conservative woman.
Oh, she was role playing. What? I mean, that's what LARPing. That's what LARPing is.
I can't disagree on that one. That's true. Yeah.
She was definitely filling the role really well, if you know what I mean.
You know what's crazy, dude? Like you'll have girls that you know that'll been ran through by like 2 or 3 different guys, right? And then by the time they date you, not saying you will, but like by the time they date you, have you noticed this? They'll be like, I'm not giving it up to you right now. You let these other 3 dudes hit it raw, but now when it comes to me, I gotta wait, and then I have to fucking do all this bullshit to get it.
Yeah.
What?
Well, there's a counteract to that. All you have to really do is just act like you don't give a fuck about her, and then she'll stop making you wait.
Now, to be fair, if you have money, she probably will just blow you or whatever. But like, it's so crazy.
I mean, I'm about to get a fat pay raise at work, so I probably will have money soon.
But no, that but the person you were talking about earlier, I mean, I've met her IRL. She's definitely soft when I hugged her.
We're not doing this again. Stop. I know where this is going. There's an entire there's like a 5-minute video of you saying very questionable and similar things about this person you're referring to.
This is the thing, though. I'm just describing my experience to people.
She's a woman. Women are naturally soft.
They are?
Yes.
They're naturally mean and egotistical.
You wouldn't know that unless you were touching guys.
That's just
which from the sound, which according to your dialogue and just some of the shit you fucking say, man, it sounds
what?
It sounds like you touch guys more than you do women.
All right,
you what?
Just out here, just good lord.
What was that last one?
I have a smoke detector one now. So when we do the review and I talk about this black lady, I'm gonna
when she falls off the cliff, smoke detector.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, sorry.
Yes, in Minecraft. Oh God. Oh boy. But yeah, this is the thing though. You could do everything right for a woman. Everything right. And none of it matter because their morals and what they say and feel and think all is determined on what that day is.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
I think
now,
you'd probably end up finding a decent woman, MSK, if you would just quit being black pilled about women all the time.
That's just truth, man. Huh.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Like, if you do find the woman that doesn't do any of that stuff, you actually, honestly, have found like, what's that thing in that movie with the chocolate factory? Oh, the golden ticket. You really did find the golden ticket there. That's the golden ticket. That's all it is. You're
going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
I'm not going to the Shadow Realm. What the hell?
You will if you keep being black pilled.
Oh my goodness. We got some breaking news.
Uh-oh. What kind of breaking news?
What the heck? This girl is DMing me. Oh my God. Look. Damn, I'm trying to get her to sit on my face, dude.
Are we sure it's not? Are we sure it's not an Indian guy named Dylan living in a shack?
Dude, this Facebook book account tried friending me last night with obviously the most scam bullshit ever. Said, "Get off this app, baby. Let's go to Zaggy." What the fuck?
Well, what the fuck is Zaggy?
What the fuck? Not WhatsApp, not Telegram, just Zaggy.
You get on the Play Store and it's like the 50th app in the search when you look for it.
The reviews. Apparently they stole your information. That malware that cracked your phone or some shit. Downloading it's just not even possible.
Freaking cop badge pops up on your phone demanding you hand over $500. And if you don't, the FBI is going to come to your house or something.
A girl DMing MSK is definitely breaking news. Jesus Christ, dude. All right. Let me get myself into a position. No homo.
That definitely wasn't gay as hell.
Definitely not gay. Hey, this is the thing though, is I have a different problem when it comes to women, actually. Not even just calling out their bullshit. It's I'm too big, and a lot of guys have a problem being too small. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. It turns out being black is both a blessing and a curse. I am too big for certain women, even though they would want to have sex with me, and I don't have the issue of being too small. See,
guys, do you get it? He's talking about his fat cock. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. So the thing here is, it's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's too cold. It's too hot. Some girls just need it just right.
You do realize that having sex is not the prerogative of every woman, right?
Then what are they useful for?
I don't know, companionship, emotional support.
They don't even do that well. They want to get divorced.
No,
They don't even do that well.
you're once again, you're grouping every single woman together, man. You got to find the right one. Quit going after these fucking thoughts that don't give a fuck about you at all.
Even girls that aren't like that are the same. Good Lord, I hate
You
all
got to know the warning signs, man. You have to.
I know the red flags. I know the game now. You know, I told you last time when we were reviewing Mercy, the chessboard, and I'm like Dr. Doom moving my pieces around.
Motherfucker, you ain't even good to be Black Panther.
You think I can't be Black Panther? Says who?
You're more like Squirrel Girl.
Good Lord, man.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
I'm just saying, if Rachel McAdams took my pants off and attempted to, bounce on my cock when I was,
after watching this movie, I'm like, God damn, Rachel McAdams. Shit.
See, the thing, I've been attracting older women now. I have this thing about me now where I've become a MILF.
Wait. So you're hag maxing? Is that what you're doing?
I just attract older women now. They just love me. When I was younger, you're too young. You're like not right for me. And like when I got older, I'm just apparently buffer and richer and better looking now.
It's funny you bring that up. I was listening to a video earlier today. There's a person I listen to on YouTube who does like political commentary and shit. She was reading an article how there's like I guess there was a study done somewhere out like in the I think like the Midwest where where it's saying like it said something along the lines of about 45% of women older women these days prefer to date younger guys because older guys like just give them shit or something like that.
I think, older women have a lot of baggage too. I'll be honest, I've had better conversations with older women actuy. I have, but
they're more mature. I mean, and they've kind of aged out of that thought fucking I gotta sleep with everything that walks mentality that it seems like a lot of our generation
Your mindset is I have to try it out. You have to try out 50 dicks.
If it walks, it must have a cock, and I have to try it.
Dude, I talked to some girls on You Mingle. That's what they said. You know what? You just having a dick is good enough. I'm like, fuck. God damn. Jesus Christ.
Don't you want to know how big it is first? No, you have one, and that's good. It's like, what?
What? Oh God. That's why I said when women are just unironically funny, it's not actually funny. It's just unironically they're funny. When someone says that to me, how can I not laugh at that? That's just so stupid. Do you even know how to play chess, MSK? I don't know how to play checkers.
It's not even in the same ballpark, buddy.
I know. You're a tic-tac-toe player at best. Hey, I'm a god.
All right, so wait, is that the tier? It's chess, checkers, and then tic-tac-toe. Like, what the fuck?
Okay. All right, before we do the review, we're gonna watch one video. Just one. I want to get to the review soon. There's a lot to break down with the movie. But because people are going to ask me, like, why don't you just review the movie when you first start the show? It's called talking and getting into, I don't know, racing the wheels.
It's two guys who are really good friends. I'm not going to finish that sentence. That was a little... That sounded a little gayer in my head than...
Holy shit.
I was going to say two guys greasing the wheels together. Like, what? Wait a minute.
All right, that was gay. Give me 1 second here, guys.
I think I was put here with you to freak you out, MSK.
I think I was put on this planet to just hear people's bullshit.
Is that a horse?
Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know.
What is it? I'm scared now. I recognize I recognize the guy who's reacting to it.
Oh fuck, my bad.
No, wait a minute.
Oh! Nope.
What the fuck? What?
Why, people? Why was I put on this planet?
So, have some questions about that.
I would imagine.
So, was the horse pissing
I don't even know. I'm not even care.
or doing the other thing?
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's pretty standard to have horse cock on his show at this point, Michael.
All right. Okay.
The fuck is this?
Oh, it's a pen pal.
Oh no. What?
Oh, jeez.
I can't even hear it. Like there's no audio. MSK. There's no audio. I can't hear it.
Oh, wait, really? No way.
No, I don't hear it at all.
It's on. I have the audio ready. What the fuck? You serious?
I didn't hear it.
What the fuck? That's so weird. All right. Sorry. But you heard that last one, right?
No, I just saw the image of the shit on the ground and knew immediately what was going on.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just play this really quickly.
In 2026.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
What
There we go.
the fuck?
That was weird.
Hi guys, my name's Miranda Rafferty, and you should pick me because I'm a lady in the street, but a freak in the sheets.
Well, hey, man. Ma'am, they still horny in 2026? God, get them off the computer.
She's horny.
I told you guys. You guys don't get it, man. I'll be that big brother you guys never had that'll teach you the way, honestly. MSK is never gonna beat the equestrian.
You know,
wait a minute. Did you
know,
guys hear? Did you guys hear the clip before he said he couldn't hear it? Like, did you hear the horse audio? Actually, you know what? Pretty sure you didn't need to hear the horse audio.
I'm just going to pretend I never saw that. Because even I don't know what was going on fully in that video, and I'm too scared to go back and look at it again to try and figure out what was going on. Let's not do that.
God. MSK is the big brother that always has the lotion.
That's kind of pedophilic, I think.
All right.
It's like, why is the big brother supplying his little brother with lotion? What's
I just
happening there?
automatically assume they're of age people. That's what I do. That's how my brain copes with it. God damn. So, oh, God. Okay, so before we do the review, I got to get these names down like I did with Mercy. So,
there's really
American
only three.
Survival.
There's
Yeah,
only
produced by Sam Raimi and written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon. Yep. All right. MSK equals Jeffrey.
What?
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. I hate it all here.
Oh my god! Wow!
I don't like you guys anymore.
What the hell did you just say?
But no. Can you guys watch the replay back and see if you heard anything? Because I did, but
You just want them to go look at horse jizz. Quit baiting your fucking chat into doing weird gay shit.
it's not weird. Are you a horsist?
Looking at a coming horse isn't fucking weird.
They're doing crack.
Oh God. Holy
MSK
shit.
is no stranger to horse porn.
The video had a horse that I didn't plan for that.
But this one specifically had a horse doing
Ah!
something on the floor.
I'm just gonna assume it's nope.
My question is, why was the horse even in the building? Like, what was he doing there?
I'm so surprised. Some guy had a threesome with it. Had a threesome.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, where was this going?
I'm just surprised. This man had a threesome with his white wife and another man. Pretty sure it's a black guy. He let the black guy unload his mayonnaise in the wife and then decided to eat that. Then recorded a video of it, of him saying that he did that for the internet, then hit send.
Yeah, the longer I'm on this show, the more physical pain I get. Ugh.
Oh god. Oh god. Why are dudes so stupid? Even if you did that, that is disgusting. Even if you did, why did you record a video of you confessing that and then uploading it to the internet? Why?
Do you remember the comments?
Motherfucker said Batman himself couldn't get me to
Said
confess to
Batman
that.
himself couldn't get that out of him.
Dude said Wonder Woman's lasso of truth.
Motherfucker said God himself could not get this out of me.
Send help is a fitting name for a move.
Yeah, send help for me, please.
I'm clipping MSK saying, "Why did you record that?" and putting MSK. Oh fuck!
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
What, WZ? That's not, dude. That's propaganda. I never said these things. I'm straight. I have sex with women.
That's not according to posting MSK's W's.
It's a channel ran by people that want to push propaganda against me.
If you were smart, you would hire WZ to like do that more often.
No, hiring doesn't happen. I don't have money. What did you? Oh God. All right. Okay. All right. I gotta get composed for the review. I'm getting composed. You guys stop talking about bullshit.
Well. I mean, Rachel McAdams' titties keep me pretty uncomposed.
I didn't. We only just got to see her fat ass though. She had a nice rounded ass.
Dude, once her hair started getting poofy and her skin started getting a little more lively, I'm like,
that's why I say when
I'm
older women start going, you're just like, oh fuck.
Nah, like Dylan O'Brien's a fucking moron, dude. I would have been like fucking her in the sand from like dusk to dawn. and if somebody came to rescue us, I'd probably shoot them like in Minecraft.
Allegedly, said by a guy named 108 who lives in Ohio, Cincinnati, so all right.
Why do you think I live in Ohio? That was oddly specific.
I could have said you lived in Nebraska, and then people were like, all right, that's no one even gives a fuck if someone lives in Nebraska. Hey, I live in Nebraska. That's sad.
Hey, if I lived in Nebraska, I'd probably be having a lot less problems than the shit we deal with down here. I'm just saying.
Find some nice Southern girl who wear like those plaid dresses or whatever. Hey y'all, I want you to come blow my back out.
I would be like Will Ferrell from the other guys. Like you would come to visit me, you'd come in the house, and all of a sudden here comes this really busty, attractive Southern girl, and she's like, "Oh hey, you must be Nate's friend," and you're just like, "Nate, who is that?" "That's my wife, MSK." "No, seriously, who is that?" Like you wouldn't believe me at all.
Oh God! If the old grandma after I blew her back out was like, the son was like, hey, honey, hey grandma, how you feeling? I got a snake in my boot. What?
You are a hag maxer, are you, MSK?
I'm one of those like BBC maxers. That's what they call me. Nope. Let's have some fun. You guys come here for the main course, but yes, I want to answer one more thing before you guys say anything.
Walter, if you don't want spoilers, you probably want to check out now.
Yes, because Nate said this in the Mercy review, and I'm just gonna make sure I read it right here. Whenever we do movie reviews here, there are spoilers because the reason why I don't do spoiler-free reviews anymore is because the best way for me to really talk about a movie and express my thoughts and opinions about it, it's just better if I just talked about it the way I talk about any movie with like spoiling it in the conversation we're going to have. So just keep in mind, if you guys didn't watch the Mercy movie review, this is a warning. All movie reviews are having spoilers. So you spoiled it. Doesn't matter. Your wife spoiled my dick last night with her fucking fat tongue wrapped around the tip of my dick. That's what she spoiled last night, you fucking cuck whore bag, you know?
Huh? What?
MSK knows 2 accents that he used for all back, probably, maybe not, I won't.
Like,
no, he did Nate just did a new clippable meme face for that propaganda YouTube channel. I'm just saying, like, people say, oh, but you spoiled the movie.
Walter, I recorded my review for Send Help. I just haven't gotten it edited yet. It should be out in like a day. So if you want to see a non-spoiler review, you can come check mine out when it's
I'll be back.
When it's out.
Probably, maybe, probably not. I won't. Bro, he did that SpongeBob meme. All right, I'm gonna head out. just at that point. But yes, we are gonna start the review right now. But I just want to make sure I let people know this though, is because and the movie review is not even titled with spoilers. So I'm just saying, and keep in mind, maybe in the future I'll edit a part before the video and say spoilers alert. But just keep in mind, when I'm
won't.
doing I won't. But when I'm doing movie reviews, there are gonna be spoilers there. That's it. You know? Propaganda YouTube channel. You mean truth telling, only posting what you've literally said and done? Might as well just call that channel CNN MSK. Might as well just call it that at this point.
CNN with extra steps.
I'm gonna put Nate doing that face. That's gay. Oh, thank you. I'll definitely check out yours, not after I watch it. You do a great job always on your reviews. Oh, thank you, Walter. Thank you.
He's talking about me. Fuck off.
Oh, fuck you. I was getting praised there.
Just fucking with you. Did you watch my Mercy review?
Yes. I got 3 minutes in. I need to finish the rest of it. I always figured you were gonna do spoilers with it, or you're just gonna do because you pretty much do a summary of what you thought about the movie without pretty much going into details.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've always pitched my reviews as, I'm just the everyday guy talking about these movies. I mean, even when I do my reviews, I might do like a little light spoiler here and there, but I mean, I don't deconstruct the entire like I don't deconstruct every intricate part of the plot like we do here.
That was to Nate. Oh, fuck off. All right.
And plus, you can get your point across about a film without going into spoilers. I mean,
yeah. I've done it before. I just don't like doing it though. I know I can. It's just not my preferred style of how I do it. I just like talking about it.
Well, it's easier to do it by yourself, but when you're doing it with like a panel of people, it's a lot more fun to just talk about it, more in depth. So,
all right, let's get this show started. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a movie review on Send Help. Wait a minute, what the fuck? The fuck was that?
What?
Nate and Bob have really good. Oh, okay. Walter's taking a shot at me. All right, okay. I'm sorry. I like to just be thorough with my thoughts.
He said, "Get good, scrub." What happened? Did something happen? Or
no, you're good. I just wanted to make sure I read Walter's comment before we did the review. Will he post this review in 3 months? Yes. Hey, no, I'm trying to get caught up right now. It should be out sooner than later. Just letting you guys know that.
6 months later.
It should be out by next week.
I remember when we reviewed that M. Night Shyamalan movie. That review didn't see the light of day until like 2 months after the fucking movie had come out.
I want to save people the disappointment of watching that horse shit. God, that movie sucks ass. Ass juice.
It was promising until the whole movie became about Ariana Grande.
Okay, before we go, talk to the chat. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quickly. Be like 1 second.
You see the shit I got to put up with, guys? No, send help. It's going to be the last movie review for January. I've got 2 movies to see this weekend, actually. So there's a lot of movies this month. I think there's like 7 movies coming out in February. Pretty sure. First 2 is Solo Mio. It's a Kevin James movie. So I'm not really too excited about that one. The next one's a horror film. It's called Whistle, something like that, I think. Send help to Help Wanted will be out by the time MSK posts this.
I know. I've been really busy. I've just really, really backed up. Pause. No homo. Send what? Jesus Christ. Woo! To be fair, he could do another one of these. It would just have to be in an entirely different setting and premise.
We all know that if me and MSK were trapped on an island together, he's definitely Dylan O'Brien's character, and I'm Rachel McAdams.
That's just too homo for me to even comment on.
They never banged. I'm just saying I would thrive. You wouldn't know what the fuck to do with yourself.
I wouldn't. I'm throwing myself in the ocean. Let the sharks get me. I don't care.
But you can't swim, right?
I know. I'd be dead. That's the point. Either I'm drowning or a fucking tiger shark gonna eat my ass.
You're just on the beach doing the dead fish.
Oh God. All right. Right, dude. Oh my goodness. He did do this one. Huh, fucking crazy. This is his first movie in 4 years. He had to get the stank of Doctor Strange 2 off of his record.
He had to take a break from movie making because people know him for that abomination.
All right. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be doing the movie review on Send Help, which is a American survival horror film produced and directed by Sam Raimi and written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon. The film stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. And you guys know Sam Raimi as, if you're a more casual fan of Sam Raimi, you would know that he directed 2 of the greatest superhero movies of all time. And those 2 movies were the first 2 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and those 2 movies are just so damn good, and they hold up so damn well, even after all these many years. But Sam Raimi is typically more known for doing horror, actually.
He directed 2 great Spider-Man movies, and then one really epic Bully Maguire movie.
And you know what's crazy about Sam Raimi, everyone, is he has a lot of films that he's directed at this point in his career. This is probably one of the more longer gaps in his filmography that he's actually had a movie come out since, what, 2020? Oh my fucking hell. What do you guys... Sorry, hold on. What do you guys need? I get that MSK is allegedly black, but why the fire alarm? That was mine. I just downloaded a smoke detector clip and I just uploaded it. Anything else you guys want before the review? Send Mac directed by...
Wait, bring that back up. Scarier than the FC.
MSK eat Slim Jim's, Little Caesars, and 3 sticks. Okay, all right. I'm pointing out here.
You know, we start the review, and then that's when they start posting all this. Like,
yeah,
not earlier.
Not like an hour before we do the review. It has to be right now. Okay, last one, and we have to start the review. If MSK and the TV box were stranded on...
The box would kill MSK and haul out his body for shelter and warmth.
Holy shit.
It might smell bad, kid, but it'll keep you warm.
All right. Good Lord. Oh, God. Oh, God. Kill me now. These guys are insane.
No, they are awesome. They are awesome.
Overrated clout chasers sucking
No.
off the tip of my dick.
No, they are your humble audience, and they love you for who you are, buddy.
That's just pathetic. You guys are stupid. Ugh. Just fuck me. All right. I'm being, guys, third time's a charm. If you don't want to be spoiled, get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Michael, holy shit.
Breathe, composure, style, substance, craft, power.
What?
I don't know. That's what people do in movies. They just be saying random shit, and you're like, all right.
Oh my god! Wow!
You knew that's probably the most sarcastic thing I've ever seen someone do. You knew he wasn't serious. It was like, Jesus Christ, you're bad. All right, let's fucking go. Oh shit. Okay, guys, stop it. No more retarded comments. Please, just think and process movie discussions. Also, if you guys are here right now, give me your money on Ko-fi and stop being a bitch about it.
Okay,
I need your money.
Okay, DSP. Let's start talking about the movie.
I prefer to be creepy van driver. God damn.
What? What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Oh shit. Oh god. Michael, stop. Michael, stop it. Bad boy. Stop it. I'm being like that. God damn. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm trying to give you guys quality. Good Lord. Quality don't be like,
You're gonna get into your intro again, and he's gonna start talking about nutmeg or something.
Dude's just gonna be talking about, hey man, did you ever suck that fucking horse dick? I'm like, no, I'm not gay. Like just randomly. Michael will just be like, hey, did you shove that Yu-Gi-Oh card up your ass? No. What? No. Just no.
I'll show you my blue eyes white dragon. No, just kidding.
That's so gay. I'll donate to Kofi when Mac forgets it exists and stops promoting it. Oh my God. Michael, just give me your damn money. Stop being like that. Give me like $10.
You couldn't promote anything normal, like a Cash App or something.
I have one of those. You guys want that too? I have one of those Cash Apps.
No one's heard of Kofi until you started bringing it up.
No, people have had it. Michael, would you prefer Cash App? I take donations there too.
Start the review, you fucking looking goofy as fuck right there, e-begging.
I am like I'm like one of those. I'm like a sugar baby. I need money from my sugar daddies.
Huh?
Okay. All right. Let's be serious. Let's construct ourselves.
Are you talking about?
Manner.
Are you talking about iron oxide? Like who are you talking about?
Woosah. Perfection is what happens. What they do is they take wads of shit from. Oh shit!
We're gonna be on like take 50 before we finally get this
I'm
shit.
just trying to get through the review.
2 hours later, we're
2 hours later,
still trying to start.
Fucking, all right, movie review time. God damn it! God damn it! I'm gonna turn the chat on subscriber mode. That's what I should do.
Don't do that.
Oh God!
Don't do that. Only assholes do that.
Good Lord! All right. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a movie review on Send Help, which is an American survival horror film produced and directed by Sam Raimi and written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon. The film stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan Brian. So you guys probably know Sam Raimi from his superhero portion of his film directing career. He did direct two of the best superhero movies of all time, and that were the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man first two movies, and I love those movies. And you could tell he added some of his horror roots to those movies actually quite a bit, even in Spider-Man 3, which was not as good as Spider-Man 1 and 2.
When I was a kid, we used to have this thing called rest time. And during rest time, we were allowed to watch a movie. Well, we picked Spider-Man 2 one time, and my uncle literally stood in the room with us until it got to the the hospital sequence, just so he could fast forward through it, so he wouldn't get scarred for life.
And he also did direct another superhero movie in the MCU. He ended up taking over for Scott Derrickson on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So basically, long story short, Scott Derrickson and Kevin Feige did not see eye to eye on where to take the sequel. Scott Derrickson wanted to be more horror related, like his movies have been. Kevin Feige didn't want that. So they called up Sam Raimi last minute, and you could tell Sam Raimi had some influence on the movies, specifically around like the horror-ish scenes where Wanda's coming out of like the glass or whatever and shit like that. But you could tell that if Sam Raimi actually had and was given the full reins to do the entire movie, it would have came out a whole lot better. His influence is the best parts about that movie. And what's crazy is after he directed Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness, this is his first movie in 3 years, actually.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness was 2022, so about 4
about
years.
3 or 4 years. Yeah. He wanted to make sure he wanted to get the stank of that movie off his career.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna collect a Marvel bag, then I'm gonna go chill on a beach somewhere and just wait till that money runs out. And then hopefully by then all that flack I'm getting is just gone. I can go back to doing what I want to do.
And I will say this, to his credit, when you allow him to just kind of do what he wants on a movie, I'm not saying let him do whatever he wants, but I'm saying if it's 95% of what he wants to do, the movie comes out really good. Like you look at Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2, when the studios were like, no, we want to do this for your movie. Notice how they came out bad? Notice with those first two Spider-Man movies, he was allowed to do what he wanted, and they were the best superhero movies ever made. So just saying.
But it's like you said, even in those movies, when it's Sam Raimi doing what Sam Raimi does best, I mean, there's still good moments in those movies.
That's true, right? Even when the studio mandated bullshit in Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2, you could tell when he's allowed to just do what he wanted to initially, it came out good. Also, if you guys look at Sam Raimi's filmography, this guy has been directing movies since 1979. So he's directed It's Murder, The Evil Dead, Crime Wave, Evil Dead 2, Dark Man. He directed Army of Darkness.
Love Army of Darkness.
He directed The Quick and the Dead, A Simple Plan, For the Love of the Game, which is why I do this fucking content for you guys. The Gift, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2. He's directed Spider-Man 3. Drag Me to Hell is another fan favorite of his, is Drag Me to Hell. I remember that when that was fucking coming out. Oz the Great and Powerful, and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and Send Help. So I would say the longest gap in his career was when he directed Oz the Great and Powerful to Doctor Strange 2. That's like a 12-year gap right there. This man took a break.
Yeah, because Oz was like 2011, 2012, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I remember seeing it. It's not that great. I mean, Mila Kunis looks great with green makeup on. I mean, I never thought Mila Kunis witch titties would turn me on, but I mean they did.
All right. Well, you're insane. So what I've noticed with his movies after watching this one is you can tell he really wanted to craft this movie in a way that people can understand. Okay, this is Sam Raimi to the fullest potential. Now, I will say this movie is most likely, barring the rest of the movies that we, watch and review this year in 2026, most likely is going to end up on my top 10 movies of 2026 or be just right outside of it, potentially in like that 12 to 11 spot. This was really, really good. If you are just in general a person that likes these kind of like survival horror thriller kind of movies, this is right up your alley. And people are going to always ask this question when it comes to movies now. They always will preface this. Is this a movie you experience in theaters or can you wait till streaming? I'll be honest here. when you watch it on streaming, because it eventually will be coming to streaming very soon, I imagine, you're gonna have wanted to watch this in theaters. I usually don't kind of say that. Like, I want you guys to kind of decide for yourself if you want to watch something in theaters or wait till streaming. If you're asking me personally, if you watch this in theaters, you are not going to be disappointed, and you will not have felt like you wasted your money. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Well, here's what I'll say, because I think me and you universally agree we like this movie. But when I look on the internet, it does seem like there is a little bit of divide, when it comes to this movie. Like, there's a lot of people that are kind of like us. They're in that camp of, oh, it's really good. And it's really good, return to form for Sam Raimi and, his, style of filmmaking, which it is. But there's also a lot of people who think this movie's just really fucking silly and just over the top to the point of just being completely idiotic. And it's like, I think you can kind of break down the audience reception into two categories. You got people who are completely unaware of how Sam Raimi makes his movies and what he does in his movies. And then you got people who are aware of who Sam Raimi is and, what he does for most of his movies. And those are the people that are probably going to have the most, positive reception to this film. I think a casual, they could go either way. They could either really end up liking it despite not knowing that much about, Sam Raimi and, his history of filmmaking. And then you have people, like I said, who are just going to watch this and go, well, that was fucking stupid. And I feel like I just wasted 2 hours of my life. So
I feel like this is the type of movie that will end up having an opposite response with like film critics and the casual audience. So like I'll use Rotten Tomatoes, for example. I feel like on Rotten Tomatoes, this is a movie that would be called bad. I'm not saying it is, but just hypothetically speaking, this movie would get called good by the critics, while the audience, the casual audience, would go like, I don't really like this as much. Where a movie like Mercy would be liked by the casual audience more and not liked by critics.
Yeah.
That's kind of the distinction. I would hold them at both right now. And I'll be honest here, I didn't mind Mercy. Mercy was a solid, entertaining little sci-fi flick, but this was really good. Like, this was actually a really good movie. If you guys go to the theaters and watch this, I promise you, you will not be like sad you wasted your money on this. Like, this is a movie. Like, I would tell you, Mercy, you don't really have to watch that in theaters. That you could wait till streaming. You could go either way on that one. This is one you want to watch on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like, there's a scene in this movie that we talked about before we did the review. If you watch that scene alone, you're gonna be like, oh, just imagine being a crowd when that scene happened with the, the balls. Let's just say that right now.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Rachel McAdams taking care of pests, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. Also, Sam Raimi must have really liked what Rachel McAdams did on Doctor Strange 2. He pulled her from that movie and made her the star of this one.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot she was in this movie. God damn it. How did Doctor Strange fumble that bag? It's like I was telling you before we started this review. I think it's one of my maybe one or two problems I have in this movie is that this movie actively goes out of its way to try and make Rachel McAdams ugly at one point. And it's like, guys, it's Rachel McAdams. She's not ugly in the slightest. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So this is the kind of movie where people are going to probably also ask, because we did the same thing with when we reviewed Mercy, and it was like, does it have the M. Night Shyamalan level twist there? I mean, I will say
yes and no.
Yes and no, but it's also
I mean, it's not like a Drag Me to Hell level twist or anything like that. So, but I mean, it's still a twist. I mean, something gets revealed to where you're like, oh, she's not just crazy. She's just fucking evil.
Yeah. And I will say the movie already planted seeds of this happening in the first act. Now, this movie has a runtime of about an hour and 54 minutes. So pretty much almost a 2-hour movie here.
I think it's a little over 2 hours. Just a little.
Yeah. Because on my theater listings, it showed like an hour and 54 minutes. And then when you count 10 minutes of previews, that's going to be a 2-hour movie, right?
Yeah.
So this movie is 2 hours roughly long.
With some change.
And then I will say this, I didn't really feel the pacing of this movie, even though it is 2 hours. But I will say this, you could have shaved off like 15 minutes.
Well, the thing is, and we've talked about this in other reviews, is, the the pacing never really grinds to a halt, at all. Despite it being a little slow at sometimes, you're never bored or anything like that. And it's because
You're right. Yeah.
and it's because of the actors and just their camaraderie. Like, dude, Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams in this movie, they're fucking terrific. Like, they're just completely chewing up scenery. They're working well off each other. I mean, they do a really good job in this movie. They carry the whole fucking thing on their back.
And what's crazy is this is the second movie I've watched in 2026 where the main cast is straight up just two people.
Right.
which proves, I mean, it can be done. It really just depends on which movie you're watching. Like if you watch The Lighthouse and it's just William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, they do a fantastic job. And that movie's only just two characters too.
I mean, I could watch William Dafoe just act crazy and do crazy shit like all fucking day. Like that's just entertaining to me. So
I will say this. I had some issues with this movie that we're going to talk about later because I have to kind of set up the premise for this movie because I think this movie is kind of like an amalgamation of a lot of other potential movies you guys have seen. I know that's going to be a common thing to say and like a lot of movie reviews, but what I mean by that is if you've kind of seen this kind of character Rachel McAdams is playing, you've already seen this in a lot of other movies. It just depends on, do you like the outcome of their characters and what happens to them? So do you prefer if this kind of character gets a happy ending, or do you prefer if this character kind of gets what's coming to them? That's the distinction you always have to understand when it comes to these movies, because people always say this though, all concepts, guys, are done in movies. It just depends on, do you like the way it was executed upon? I've seen this concept before. I just like how it's executed upon. Is it executed upon good or bad?
Well, we've all seen movies where people wash up on islands and they're just kind of stuck with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about movies like Castaway and, stuff like that. But we've never seen Sam Raimi do it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. And I remember I saw a trailer for this when I was watching Mercy. And keep in mind, guys, I can't watch it. I don't really do trailer reactions anymore. I don't really watch trailers like that, only because I've told you guys this constantly in like past videos you guys know I've seen or movie reviews you guys watch from me. Trailers just spoil the whole damn movie. Like this other one I wanted to watch called Solo Mio. It's cute, nice little adorable movie. Whole movie spoiled in the trailers. The whole thing. I'm like, bro.
Well, I think
screaming. Fuck out of here with that.
Well, I think the trailers for this movie are a little misleading. I mean, yeah, it doesn't give away the entire plot, like you said, and it didn't need to. But as far as like what's going on in the movie, I mean, it doesn't really give you a pretty good, thorough line as to what's going on. Because by the trailer, it kind of comes off as, oh, she's just a girl boss and she's doing girl boss shit on an island. Yeah. And this guy's just subservient to her, the whole time. And she's, going crazy and he's trying to stay away from her. There's a lot more going on than just that.
Yeah. Because the trailer initially leads you to being like, okay, they're going to crash here and he's going to basically just be subservient to her because the dynamic of power is swapped.
He's just going to be a cuck the whole movie pretty much.
Yeah. And that's in that trailer that I saw, it kind of piqued my interest because I was like, you know what? When it said from director of The Evil Dead and Dragon Hell, I was like, oh shit, this doesn't happen. Yeah. Once you see the plane crash in the trailer, like, okay, this movie got me. So I saw the trailer for it when I watched Mercy, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna have to review this. And it was very, very good. It was a very, very good movie. But the problem, I think for this review, I'll actually do the critiques first because the way we're gonna talk about the plot will involve in that already. So
well, before we do that, why don't you give these guys like the setup? Like we'll
do the setup first. Okay, so if you guys did watch the trailer, the setup is pretty simple. You guys have so essentially, she's working at this company. The boss of the company dies.
Is Dylan O'Brien?
Yeah, and then after the original boss of the company dies, and then Dylan O'Brien's character inherits the company, as that would always happen. And then she is supposed to be gearing up for a promotion that the previous boss who passed away was going to give her. But he ended up passing away, so it's pretty much just like up to the new guy to just kind of follow up with that. And he ends up giving it to his friend that he knew in college, and they were in a frat. They were in like a frat house together, and they liked playing golf.
I actually wrote it down in my notes while I was watching this movie. I was like, dude, bros ruin everything. they really do.
And what's crazy about the movie in the first act is, I mean, me personally, I've gone through the same thing, not like a promotion thing, but like, like when, a job has new management come in, or since you get a
Mhm.
new boss like that, if you guys have been in that spot in your life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, that's your setup right there. And then right after that happens, basically she goes back to her house and she's just talking to herself. Right in that very scene,
Talk-
I knew she was insane.
Talk,
That's an
talk,
insane chick right there.
she's talking to her parrot.
She's talking to a parrot.
She's not even a cat lady. She's a parrot lady.
Yeah. So right as that scene is going, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this lady's insane.
Well, it's like I said earlier. This
Probably
movie
got fire ass pussy though. That shit probably tastes good.
It's like I said earlier. This movie actively goes out of its way to try and make Rachel McAdams ugly. Like she's got kind of a hunch. She's slightly awkward. Her hair's like pretty greasy in certain scenes. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's an entire black guy in Multiverse of Madness.
There's an entire sequence dedicated to her eating a tuna fish sandwich and then shoving it away in a drawer.
Yeah.
And then there comes the scene where, once again, and we'll talk more about this later, about you forgetting this is a Sam Raimi movie and then remembering it's a Sam Raimi movie when Sam Raimi shit starts happening. But you have the scene where she's awkwardly talking to Dylan O'Brien's character in the office, and the camera keeps zooming in on his eyes as he's looking at the fucking tuna fish just like hanging off her lip, and it's like really disgusting and gross. I mean, the movie does a really good job of setting up the fact that, hey, she's a very awkward bitch, that everyone in the workplace kind of looks down on her and is kind of off put by her.
Yeah. Dude, the moment he told her about the whole like food policy they have, I thought when he said you stink, I thought he was gonna say, bitch, your pussy stank. You gotta take a shower, hoer.
We're talking about the movie, not your real life, MSK.
So after that scene where you can already tell she's crazy, she has a meeting with Dylan O'Brien's character, who's now the CEO of the company after, his dad passed away that we discussed earlier. Mm-hmm. And then he basically says, yeah, you're not going to get that promotion that my dad promised you. Basically, he says,
why not? Because I said so.
He basically gives her the explanation of, well, you don't have, it's essentially like, she doesn't have like the it factor. She's not charming. She's not charismatic. She can't light up a room, shit like that. Right. But
well, yeah,
but the first part of the movie, the guy that he did promote, because she was known in the company for like, crunch, being very good with numbers. And she was like, well, if I give you this, are you going to make sure I get the credit? He's like, yeah, sure. Goes into the room, takes her name off of the paper so she doesn't get credit at all.
That was a dick move.
Well, you knew it was going to happen, though. You knew it was going to happen.
Well, once again, we're going to talk more about this in a second, but this movie also has moments where you just kind of end up flipping sides too. Like, the moment where the guy like rips her name off the fucking pamphlet and throws it in the trash. That's a moment where you're like, oh man, I feel kind of bad for her. And then after that, when she's talking to Dylan O'Brien and she's got the tuna fish on her face, like you're kind of with Dylan O'Brien. It's like, bitch, you're disgusting.
Yeah, like that was really good about the movies, because before we even get to talking about the island stuff, which is pretty much the entire movie after this, there's moments in the movie you're like actively rooting for her. Then there's moments in the movie like
where you're not.
Where you're like, yeah, like let's be honest, here, guys. If you're in that kind of setting, your appearance matters. She's dressing like a lady who don't wash her fucking pussy. I'm just saying, that's what she gives off.
And then when we get to the island, she starts looks maxing.
Right when no one's around, she just starts taking care of herself. Fucking women, dude. Jesus Christ, man.
More on that in a second.
Literally, her appearance in the first part of the movie is like giving off the vibes that you don't shower, bitch. You know that shit stank.
No, like, dude, like she is like the whole, once again, the scene with the tuna fish sandwich. Like as he's talking to her, I'm looking at her. I'm like,
I was legit cringing at that.
Yeah, well, it's shot and edited in a way that's supposed to make you uncomfortable. Like I think you're supposed to be with Dylan O'Brien, and the fact that you're like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Also, keep in mind, during this first act, she also says that she met him at a Christmas party the previous year, and he essentially, like, you can tell he forgot about her. You can tell.
So she's what's his face's character from Iron Man 3? The Mandarin, I guess.
Yeah. Like I remember her saying that
he's Tony Stark and she's the Mandarin.
So right in that, because during the first act of the movie, because it's very important to the later part of the movie, you can tell she has feelings for him. You can tell she liked him. But then in the same first act, it's revealed that Dylan O'Brien's character has a fiance, actually, of the
She is not ugly, man. Stop.
So Dylan O'Brien's character is dating a Shaniqua. It's like, all right, Sam Raimi. It's okay.
Pretty fine ass Shaniqua, I'll say that.
Nope, that's where you that's where I just hang myself. So she gets another. So essentially, she got 2 reality checks here. She lost her longtime promotion she was going to get from his dad, probably doing the, but you also have another whammy where the guy that she liked that met her is engaged. And then the credit that she wanted to get from crunching the numbers for hours on end goes to the guy's friend that he ends up promoting over her.
Yeah, that he plays golf with, basically.
That's just in the first act.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's already a good dichotomy of, there are moments where you really feel for her and, you're with her all the way. And then there are moments where you're like, bitch, you're just fucking gross and disgusting. Like, get away from me.
There's another scene in the first act that I really enjoyed, which was the scene where she's talking to the office workers and one guy's talking about karaoke, trying to have a conversation with someone, and she's clearly butting in, which is like, no one likes that, though, when you do that.
No.
That's the part you're like, okay, lady, you're actually butting in at someone's conversation. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
You're forgetting something, MSK. This is going to be important later. Her favorite show of all time
and song
Remember
the song that she said she liked? She was like, she wanted to in karaoke. She likes singing the song one way or another. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Then the show that she likes, well, yeah, because the show Mad Matters too. Because she also in the movie it's revealed she likes watching the show Survivor, and she at one point auditioned to be in the show Survivor, which logically is going to be a problem when we explain it later on. So, Dylan O'Brien's character tells her, "Hey, you can come with us on this business trip to this one place because there's supposed to be some big merger happening." So he has her to do this assignment where it's going to be what he needs done, and then they get on the plane. And then as they're on this plane, she's working as they're watching her Survivor audition. And they're just making fun of her, just laughing at her. Good Lord. Wow. Oh, yeah, God. That was brutal.
Yeah,
that was pretty brutal.
That's another moment where I'm kind of on her side. It's like, man, you guys are kind of being dicks. You didn't need to be a dick about that. Like, come on.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'm all for like shitting on women, but it's like, come on. That's just like, anytime you guys haven't did goofy stuff like that in your life. But
also, I love his little weasel laugh that he has in the trailer. He's like, yeah, we're going to fucking crash.
So the plane ends up, going down. It looks like the engine just started, combusting. So what's really interesting in this plane crash is what's crazy is 2 of the characters tried surviving. The other guy was trying to bite off the dude's fucking part of his calf.
Dude, and once again, we'll come back to moments like this. There are moments in this movie where you completely forget you're watching a Sam Raimi movie. And then out of nowhere, it'll just randomly remind you, oh yeah, you're watching a Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah. So right after they kind of bully her and tease her for her Survivor audition, the plane just ends up coming down. These 2 characters, one guy literally straight up tries to bite another guy's calf. He's like, save me, don't let go. And then
one dude is holding on to her, like demanding her
and
seat.
then that guy that got the promotion is like, hey, give me your hand, give me your seatbelt. And she's like, no, I'm gonna, obviously she's gonna die. And then he tries choking her. What's crazy is he has enough strength to choke her, but not pull himself to the chairs.
And dude, like in total Sam Raimi, like Evil Dead fashion, she takes a fucking fork and literally stabs this motherfucker in the face to get him to let go. They both let go. They get sucked out the damn door. You don't really see them. You see the aftermath of what happened to them like a couple seconds later, right before they hit the water.
I saw
camera pans over, and dude is strung up on the fucking plane, still conscious and alive. He's bleeding out, blood's running down the fucking window that she's next to, and he's like, I forget what he says. He's like, "You're killing us," or "Bitch, help me!" And there's like blood and shit everywhere. It's like, what the fuck? That's MSK. That was the moment right there where I was like, oh yeah, this is a Sam Raimi movie
remember,
for sure.
right there in that part of the movie, you kind of still root for her because remember, if she doesn't stab him in the eye or the hand or whatever with that fork, then she dies too. She indirectly did kill them. She did do that.
Survival of the fittest, man.
Yeah. So then we get to the part of the island that you guys probably all saw in the trailers, where this is, and keep in mind, this is where the majority of the movie takes place for actually the rest of the movie anyway. Yeah. So she ends up with Dylan O'Brien's, so Rachel McAdams' character and Dylan O'Brien's character wash up on this deserted island that they think is deserted. We'll talk about that later, actually. And as you guys know, from what we just told you, she tried out for Survivor. One of her favorite TV shows is Survivor. So she starts, getting things together on the island that she can immediately find to, for food, shelter, fire, all that typical stuff that people would do if they were stranded on a deserted island.
And once again, we'll probably talk a little more about it, but I feel like that's kind of where my only like big problem with the movie starts is, when you watch the trailer, you're like, okay, well, how is she so good at like, surviving? How is she able to, just do all this stuff really easily? And, it's not really explained. Well, the movie does explain it, and it's because she watched Survivor. It's like, guys, I've never been on Survivor, but I know for damn sure that the entire thing is scripted. It's, it's reality TV. It's fake. There's no fucking way logically in the real world that if you watch a show like Survivor, you're just going to pick up on skills to like survive in a harsh fucking environment like that. That's just not logical. So so honestly, that's really only like my big problem with this movie. It's like,
that's one of the three things. That was one of them. It's like, okay, I get it. It's a movie, suspension of disbelief and all that stuff.
You really have to suspend everything in order to just enjoy the movie for what it is.
Yeah, so that part is weird because apparently since she just watched seasons of Survivor, that means that automatically when she's put in that scenario, she just knows exactly what to do. And she knows exactly what to do to the point where she can survive, I don't know, weeks apparently on this island with this other guy.
And dude, she's really good. Like, I'm talking like Tarzan levels of fucking good.
She knows how to, what's that thing? Whittle? She knows how to whittle perfectly good.
Yeah.
She knows how to lay out the whole, I would say, a hut for herself.
Yeah.
Bed.
She literally builds like a hut in a freaking,
but it was stated in the movie. Remember, Dylan O'Brien's character, he says, I underestimated you. Because remember, she is underestimated in the first act when she was in her corporate job. So I understand it. I get it. It's just not believable to me. No. Someone who just only watched a TV show could be perfectly good at this.
Yeah.
When this is happening.
But moving on a little bit, they both wash up on the beach. She starts building shit. He's kind of unconscious for like the first, day and a half. His leg is, I don't think they say his leg is broken. I think he just has a very big laceration or something like that.
Yeah.
But she spends quite a bit of time kind of like nursing him back to health. And of course, once he wakes up, he immediately reverts to, dickhead office boss mode. And she's like, all right, fuck you. And literally leaves him for God knows. Dude, this shit made me crack up because he's sitting there and he's like, fine. Dude, I don't need you.
I almost started laughing. He was like this. He was like convulsing. Like, fuck, God damn,
dude. Because once again, it reminds you're watching the Sam Raimi movie. He's like, fine, I don't need you. And the camera like pans over. And you see him. He's like, yeah, I'm good. This is great. Pans over again. Yep, hanging in there. Gets to the next one. I'm hungry. It just, and then it gets to like you were talking about. I'm like, oh my God.
Remember the part before that? He was like, hey, I'm still the boss of you. I'm in charge. And he was dangling. What's crazy is he was dangling her getting fired. I'm like, dude, the last thing that should be on your mind is firing somebody.
It's like you're trapped on an island with no civilization around, and it's just you two fuckers. You really think I give a damn about the fact you're my boss right now, you son of a bitch? Like,
oh my god, dude. Oh
well,
fuck.
well, that's the thing, because that's where the interesting dichotomy of this film really comes in. Is, at the beginning of the film, he's very much in a position of power, and he's looking down on her like this, piece of crap. And now that they're on this island, the roles are reversed. All of a sudden, she's the one on top, and he's the one that's he really doesn't know what the fuck to do. All of a sudden, he's the underdog, and she's the one that's hot shit.
Because I think another key moment in the second act is when she goes and kills this boar. So
Brutal fucking scene, by the way. God damn.
And what's crazy is this is the moment where I know it's like the straw that broke the camel's back for her character mentally, because right after she killed that boar, you notice the demeanor in her whole brain just changes. It's one of those moments where, like with serial killers, they kill like animals and they start getting this like this high. You can tell after she killed that boar, she just fully goes insane. Because remember, in that moment, before that happens, she sees this boat in this area. So it's been like 2 weeks, right? And she sees this boat in this like cul-de-sac part of this beach area on the island, and she could ask for help, but she doesn't. Because what's crazy is this is where the movie comes full circle. She actually enjoys being on the island because she can be in control, and she gets to have power over the boss that treats her like shit.
Well, here's the thing. And once again, it plays into that thing we were talking about earlier of, there are moments where you're completely rooting for her, and then there are moments where you're not. Honestly, there was a part of me that really understood where she was coming from, because, you look at how she's treated in the beginning of the movie. It's like, and then, you fast forward to where she is now, and, she's on top of the world, and, she's living her best fucking life. Fuck no, I wouldn't want to go back to that shitty ass fucking job where all they do is treat me like fucking shit. You know what I mean?
It was those 2 moments where she knew that they could be rescued. And then there's the moment where she kills the boar. Those 2 moments right there. But I think the third moment I'd throw out later. There's another third moment where she completely, I think, just breaks. But after that, they have another argument, and he can't do it by himself. Then he ends up seeing how.
You're just waiting for these two to fuck the entire movie too.
I was. Well, it's like Raimi did a good job. They didn't have sex. I will give him that.
Well, it's like, it's because she has an entire glow up. Like after killing the boar, all of a sudden she's not frumpy.
Yeah,
or
that's what
greasy.
happens. Remember the part of the second act when it first starts? She's going to that waterfall, which is essentially like the shower. Yeah, when you fucking wash your ass and clean your pussy, you look good. I imagine.
All of a sudden, her hair's all poofy. Her skin, she's got the best skin care routine in the world. I'm pretty sure her titties were out at some point. It's like, wow, just the contrast of how she was in the beginning of the movie to now is fucking crazy.
And then also in the second act, another thing that Dylan O'Brien's character says, he's like, well, why don't we just build a raft and just try to, swim to shore?
Motherfucker saw Castaway and thought he could do it.
Yeah. Another thing, because later on, that's going to be something we're going to talk about as well, with that kind of whole raft thing that he talks about that they should do and build so they can get off the island. So you have all these moments here. Then, like I said before, just a second ago, he has an argument with her again where he feels like he can do it by himself. He fails. He goes to her. He grovels, obviously. You can tell that she's getting insane.
There's a lot of moments in this movie that are like that too, where
there's another big moment right here. That moment where he's kind of groveling to her. He notices she has a perfectly chiseled knife just there, and he's like, "Where did you get that from?" And she's like, "Oh, I found it." Okay,
I know we're gonna talk about it later, man.
Keep in mind, he's already thinking. Keep in mind, what's crazy. Dylan O'Brien, Rich McAdams' performances in this movie are so good. You actually somewhat genuinely believe that he's actually groveling for her. He's not. He's actually not doing that in the entire movie. He actually played it off very well from this moment all the way to another one that I'm going to explain to you guys. So he ends up learning the things that she learns, right? And then there's this moment in the second act leading towards the end of it where they become more friendly to each other, and they go on this hike, right? And during this hike, she falls through, he grabs her, and they have that little moment where you think like, okay, are they going to actually kiss or make love or anything like that? You know, you have those moments. And then another moment happens where she says, don't go past these rocks that look like an X. So those are the two moments right there.
I'm not gonna lie. Like once they start talking about the X rock formation, and she
Yeah.
starts talking about, oh, don't go over that way. There's like poison vines and poison ivy
Poisonous
that'll
rocks.
make
Yeah.
that'll make you itch until like your skin's falling off. Like there was a part of me that was like, dude, are we gonna get a scene later on in the movie where he runs over there and he's just clawing and tearing his own flesh off? It's
Yeah,
gonna be
but
so
remember,
fucked up.
the reason why I like that as a fake out and a lie is because,
Yeah.
well, he would believe that because, remember, he hasn't been able to traverse the island like she was. Remember, he was
Yeah.
unconscious until she nursed him back to health.
Well, you have two characters that are ultimately, they're fighting to be on top the entire movie. Like he's out trying to do her, she's trying to outdo him. And there are moments where she succeeds, and then there are moments where he succeeds a little bit. I'm not going to say he succeeds that much in this movie,
Right,
because anytime it looks like he's going to come out on top, he doesn't.
Just gets screwed.
It just
Yeah.
gets screwed over. But it's just an interesting dynamic that Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams have, because like you said, there are moments in this movie where you completely fall for his antics, like he's completely being subservient to her, and he's finally admitting his wrong, and then and just when you let your guard down, you find out that he's full of shit, or she's full of shit.
Because that was the best part about the movie in general, was trying to somewhat convince yourself, is he really telling the truth?
Is he really changing?
Yeah.
Because
remember, first part of the movie, he has a fiance, so he obviously wouldn't want, which is crazy because I will give Sam Raimi this. Most guys in that scenario wouldn't care if they had a fiance; they would have sex with her. He didn't do it, so I gotta give you props for that.
I mean, I would totally.
I would personally
with
do
Rachel
it.
McAdams.
That's the right thing to do. Is honestly, one night you're just chilling, and then your pants come off, and
it's like God put me on an island alone with this hot piece of ass, and you mean to tell me I'm not allowed to go anywhere near it? Fuck off.
Yeah. Like, hey, I will say, credit to Sam Raimi. Most movies like this, he would just bang your brains out.
I will say this though. This movie had came out in like the late 80s. Oh, he would have been fucking the shit out of her.
Yeah, like if that's me, oh dude, this bitch is getting blacked. 9 inches of meat all the way inside her ass and the other place. Good lord.
Oh man.
You got to get this chick pregnant? No, it's going in her ass. If she
Well,
says,
and-
I don't
well,
know the ass.
Well, her insanity hits a whole nother lot.
Right. So,
when she starts talking about, I don't ever want to go back. I want to stay here forever. It's like,
yeah. Okay. So after the things that we talked about, so we had the moment where she tells him on this part of the mountain where they're traversing is, hey, don't go past this X because they're gonna have these poisonous berries and plants and all that stuff. She falls in this rock where I feel like she knew that was gonna happen, so he would save her. They would have that moment where she's on top of him because she was attracted to him, obviously. Then there's another part of the movie in the second act where the stuff that she had initially built all gets washed away. They go into like this cave for, shelter, and then they huddle up together for warm. You're thinking like, okay, are they going to probably kiss here or have sex? No, sadly, guys, in the movie, they don't have sex. I wish they did, but they don't. Sorry. So what ends up happening?
We were robbed.
They end up having a fire like that you just said. So they get another fire going. And then this is also another very important part of the movie. She details that before she worked at this company, she was married to somebody. And this guy was a drunk, right?
Yeah.
And apparently they had a big fight one night. And after that, she basically put the keys for the car down on like the counter. He took them and then he just left.
Yeah, he didn't just leave. Apparently he got like in an accident and died.
Right. So after she gave him the keys, he got into a car accident and died. That's what she says. But as you know, she killed somebody beginning part of the movie. So that kill that she did the first part of the movie, automatically I was like, come on, man, no way.
Yeah. Well, it's because, like I said, this movie does a really good job of faking you out into believing that, oh, she's a good person. Oh, Dylan O'Brien is becoming a good person. And it's kind of like in Mercy when we reviewed it, we talked about, Chris Pratt's character, and the more you learned about him, you're like, well, fuck, maybe he is a shitty person. It's kind of the same way here. It's like the more you learn about Rachel McAdams and who she is, it's like, maybe she's not this person we're supposed to be rooting for. You know what I mean?
There was something that you just said a second ago when we were describing the scene is right after she describes what happened to her ex-husband. She also says, yeah, I kind of want to stay here forever. Uh-oh.
Yep.
He's like,
yeah. I don't know about that.
He also describes his backstory of like having an abusive mom. His dad wasn't really around. The typical daddy wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, you know, and it's a really good scene because you really start to question her a little more as she's talking about this. And while he's talking about all the shit that went on with him, you start sympathizing with him more.
Mm-hmm.
And then not even like a couple minutes later, all of that goes out the window because, like he said, or like we've been talking about, they're both pieces of shit. They're both shitty human beings that do nothing but manipulate each other the entire film, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And after this part of the scene is over, he is talking to her about, hey, let me make you dinner, right?
Yep.
And as I told you guys in this previous part of the second act, they're having these moments where they're kind of getting a little close to each other. And then there's a moment in the, part where they're having a date and he's serving her sushi because she could make sushi for some reason on a deserted island.
Just roll with it, MSK. Don't think about it too hard. She watched Survivor, all right? Survivor taught her a lot.
And then she starts eating the sushi that he made. Well, she starts feeling. You guys know how all these scenes work in horror movies. You get roofied. You start seeing demons and dragons and the stars.
Well,
apparently it turns out he poisoned her. Now it's gonna wear off, but he poisons her. She starts gargling on jizz.
Well, the thing is, you should have known it was coming. I didn't think about it until after the movie, but they put an emphasis on the berries earlier on in the movie when they're doing the hike, and she's like, "Oh, don't eat those. Those are poisonous," and the camera zooms in on them for like a solid 3 to 5 seconds, and it turns out it's the very same fucking berries that she was talking about that he put in the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And after that, he grabs this raft that he had been working on
secretly.
Because also during the movie, you guys got to factor in there's moments where they don't see each other, and the moments that apparently she didn't see him, he was working on this raft. He's like, fuck you. He leaves. Turns out the waves are too strong and it breaks the raft and he washes back up shore.
Well, not only are the waves too strong, but apparently, according to her, he just built a really shitty raft that wasn't even going to make it past the reef.
Hey, I should have told you needed to do this on this raft, but I didn't. Oh,
Well, it's like, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Right when you think, they're changing, or one of them is becoming a better person, they just revert right back to who they were. And
because there's a problem I have with that. He knew how crazy she was. The moment he poisons her, you could have just killed. If he wanted to, you could have just got rid of her.
Well, I don't think he meant to do that, only because if he did somehow kill her, he'd be fucked pretty much. Because like whether we want to admit it or not, the only reason he's alive is because she knows.
Yeah, that's a dynamic. So I guess that's his way of repaying her.
Yeah, the only reason he's alive is because she actually knows what the fuck she's doing, and he doesn't.
But now before this other part, I'm going to describe to you guys, which is crazy. There's a moment also before this date happens where she sees him taking a bath on the beach. Dylan O'Brien got a fat booty. He got a dump truck right there.
Cake.
Yeah. He got some cake. And you could tell she got really turned on by seeing him naked. Like I said before, can I tell she likes this guy?
The sexual tension in this movie is immaculate, man.
Yeah. And Sam Raimi didn't give us the sex scene.
I know. I'm telling you, man, if this movie came out in 1987, there would be like a 5-minute sex scene between both of them. I'm telling you.
And hey, I like Sam Raimi for choosing not to do it because, because people say when you have unnecessary sex scenes, they're bad. It wouldn't have been unnecessary. This is like tension they've built into the movie in like the first act.
Well, knowing where the movie goes later, that sex scene probably would have just been attributed to hate fucking, probably.
Honestly, got a point there. So after, he basically, gargles on salt water and jizz, she and him are sitting down. This is the best scene in the entire movie.
Wait a minute.
By far and away, the best scene in the movie.
Wait a minute. So he washes back up on shore after that horrible attempt of fleeing.
Yeah.
And she immediately proceeds to just vomit all over this motherfucker for like a
That was
minute
gross.
and a
That
half.
is disgusting.
Well, once again, you forget you're watching a Sam Raimi movie, and then it reminds you, oh yeah, you're watching a Sam Raimi movie. I forgot. Sam Raimi loves putting vomit sequences in his fucking horror movies.
Mhm.
So
That was just fucking gross. I feel like this movie invokes every emotion out of a person.
yeah,
Everything.
It does.
So after that, they end up sitting down and they're eating like some sort of like octopus kebab or something. And
blue
then
ringed octopus.
so then he puts this blue ring octopus thing in his mouth. Now, one would ask, why would someone do that knowing you just did that to somebody else? That's kind of the stupid thing. I would say that right there is dumb. You should have never did that. Like, you know, you just poisoned her. Why would she not attempt to do the same thing to you? Just
Well,
know.
well, once again, you forget what kind of person Dylan O'Brien's character is. He's a, he's a
I'm not saying
know.
he didn't deserve it too, but it's also like, come on, dude.
Well,
Why
he's
are you
a
not thinking?
he's a fucking know-it-all Mark dude. He wasn't thinking about it at all.
So he eats this octopus on a kebab, and then he now ends up getting poisoned. And the difference with this poison compared to hers
paralyzed.
was that you're paralyzed and you can't move. So then she proceeds to undress him
Well, she takes his pants off. She doesn't
and
completely undress him.
yeah, all he's left with is just a tank top.
Yeah,
And
let's just say she's talking about fixing the dog, if you know what I mean.
Yep. So she pulls out the knife, and then she is basically she paralyzes him. He has no pants on, just cock and balls out. It's probably like 10 inches, like mine, obviously.
Dude, this shit made me cringe.
And to
really
be fair,
bad.
you guys know me. Horror movies like this stuff doesn't really make me do. Like, I'm literally sitting there like this most of the time in movies, like this one. But when you have it scenes like this, I'm all like, I'm like, shit, fuck. But it does turn out she didn't actually give him some nice manscaping. That didn't happen.
Well, it's a nice fake out because you hear her cutting into something, and he's paralyzed, so you don't really. You just see
facial expression.
You just see his facial reaction the whole time, and you're like, "Oh my god, she's actually cutting his balls off." Nope, it's just a rat.
It's just a rat.
She's cutting into a rat.
I will say and that kind of fake out makes sense for what the movie's trying to offer you, is because you can already tell she's unpredictable, as I said, first part of the movie. So yeah she essentially was scaring him into getting manscaped, literally and figuratively, with a knife. That right there, best scene in the movie. It is uncomfortable to watch, but that is the best scene in the movie by far.
Well, then again, it's funny because in the previous scene, when he poisons her and tries to run away on the raft, you're completely with her and against him as he's yelling, "Fuck you," as he's trying to leave the place.
Yeah.
And then in the very next scene where it looks like she's getting ready to cut his balls off, you're on his side and against her.
Because remember, it was after it was that date that set up, because she's getting her pants fixed, she's showing off some tits, she's getting her hair done. She really believes he actually is gonna leave his fiance and fuck her. She actually thought that. I will say, Sam Raimi, you did a good job of not giving us that moment, because most guys in every movie, every director, you would have banged this bitch, and he didn't do it. I'll give you credit for that.
People say don't sleep on James Cameron. No, I say don't sleep on Sam Raimi, dude. Like, the guy knows what he's fucking doing, man.
So then after that, he obviously is. She said, "You're giving me the silent treatment."
You just threatened to you just threatened to cut my cock and balls off. Like, yeah.
She paralyzed him and then threatened to cut his dick off. Yeah, I'm gonna be giving you the silent treatment for God knows how long, obviously. So another boat ends up coming, and who came on this boat? It was a Wang Ching Chong and his fiance, was his name Curry?
That's such a weird name for a black woman. Curry?
Yeah, so like his fiance, the black lady, has found them, and then you could tell Rachel McAdams' character is like, "Oh, I don't want to be found. She doesn't want to be found."
And she starts panicking and just straight tweaking.
Yeah. So then, I mean, this is the most predictable death in the movie. You can tell she killed them. It's like that. That was the easiest. I'll be honest here. Sam Raimi he could have just had her killed him in that moment. He didn't need to have that as a flashback. You could tell she was going to kill them. It like,
well, here, no, nothing.
Oh no, like that's a part of the movie where it's just like, come on, Sam, just have her kill them right there. Like, you don't have to have that be like, oh, I killed them. It's like, come on, dude. Come on.
I kind of like how they did it. And the reason I like the way they did it is because originally when they get to the cliff, you know something happened, but they don't show it to you immediately. So the movie leaves enough room to where you're like, okay, did she actually kill them, or did they just fall to their deaths from their own stupidity? The movie doesn't go out of its way to show you what happened immediately because it just makes you think and it lets your imagination run wild. And, once again, because there are moments in this movie where you really want to root for her. And in this moment, you're like, well, maybe she didn't kill him. Maybe she did. But I mean, I think we were all kind of thinking the same thing. It's like, she doesn't want to leave this fucking place.
Yeah.
Like,
also, like, keep in mind, if she's in love with this guy, well, she definitely would want to kill his fiance. It's just that was already set up throughout the entire movie right there.
Yeah.
So in that moment, we don't see her kill them. Then it gets to a point where he's like, because she says, oh, I'm going to take a sick day. So she comes back and she's like, I don't feel good. I'm going to take a sick day. And he's like, well, I can't hunt a boar. Then he leaves anyway, but he takes the knife. She puts the knife down. He takes the knife with him. Dylan O'Brien's character does that. Then after that, as he's trying to hunt the same boar that she did, because in typical fashion, and Sam Raimi fell into this too, why can she kill a boar and he can't? Come on, Sam. Come on. Don't need to cut men like that. She can kill the boar, but he can't, really?
Well, I mean, she did watch Survivor, MSK, so...
Good Lord. Oh, Sam, come on.
Remember, buddy, you're not good at surviving in the wild if you don't watch Survivor.
Good Lord. I was like, Sam, don't do that. Don't make it so like she can only kill the animals, but he can't. Like, what? That was another thing that I didn't like. But in that moment, after he gets the same boar that would have killed her just runs away from him. All right, I guess. But you see a hand there. And then the hand he sees in the sand has this engagement ring that his fiance had. He can tell that she's dead. He runs down to find her on the beach because before this scene happens, another scene happens where you can tell she's dead because Sam Raimi does this scene where you can tell the fiance's character washes up on the beach in like this fucking zombified way.
It's a total nod to like his earlier films, like Hell and Evil Dead. Like I'm watching this shit. I'm like, this is Evil Dead as fuck.
And you know what's crazy?
Now, dude.
The scene was good to imply that she just killed them because you could already tell she was going to kill them. But that scene,
it's funny because as I'm watching it, there was a moment before they revealed that it was an apparition and just a figment of her imagination. There was a moment where I actually thought, oh shit, she fell off the cliff and she's just washing up on shore right now. Like she's alive. Like, yeah.
and as much as, I will say this, I could go either way on how he did that scene. It was so easy to tell she killed them. But I did like the way that he did it, where he showed you in like her mind that she knows she did it, but she kind of really is struggling to live with herself, knowing she just kind of killed two people. So the only problem with that sequence that I have was that there was this second fake out randomly. It's like a second jump scare for like no reason. I was like, what? The first one you did was fine.
Sam Raimi does that in all his movies, though.
It's just so weird. It's like the first jump scare was fine, and he just does another one that makes no sense. But then after that, you have this final confrontation. Well, one of the final confrontations with Dylan O'Brien's character and Rich McAdams' character, where he was like, "Did you kill her?" She was like, "No, I swear to you that it was an accident. She fell." And he was like, "Huh? like it was an accident when you killed your husband?" Because he didn't believe her. He actually genuinely thought she killed her husband. And I'll be honest here, if she killed those two people and she killed the people on the plane, why would I not assume she killed her ex-husband?
Right. He just kind of throws that in her face. And once again, it's that interesting dichotomy because you feel bad for him because she just straight up killed his fiance. And then you go right back to feeling bad for her because he throws that in her face of, oh, you killed your husband. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah. And after that, they have this like chase fight sequence that goes on. Now,
dude,
this
fucking brutal.
I will say this was really brutal. But I have one big problem with and it goes into the final scene too, which we're going to do it. But wait, there's more. There's a twist toward the end.
Dude, where they're in the woods and they're scrapping and like dude literally like grabs a part of her hair and yanks it to the point where she gets partially scalped. I'm like, oh my God. And then
you can tell the bitch was crazy because she swallowed an engagement ring.
And then once again, props to Sam Raimi, because one of the things I've always liked about his horror movies, it's all done with practical effects for the most part.
Yeah.
So when this motherfucker jams his thumb into her eye and you're watching that shit start to like pop out from its socket, you're like, like it actually looks real.
The one that was brutal. I think the reason why I'm slightly critical of that scene is because he's holding this knife that he's always been trying to get control throughout the whole movie, right? He has it. He can just straight up stab her. It's like, and he's proven he can overpower her. I was like, this is why even someone like Sam Raimi, I don't know if this was mandated by an executive or a writer, there is no reason he should lose to her in that physical confrontation before the final sequence. He can straight up, how she was grabbing for the knife? He could have straight up just bashed her head in with a rock or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason she should have got out of that. When he's on top of her, all he had to do was just punch her in the head repeatedly. She's definitely not reaching for that knife. That's my biggest problem with the movie. There's no way she should get out of that. That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Come on, man. But he has her head to the fucking ground. She's getting drowned. Are you not gonna punch this bitch repeatedly in the head? You telling me she has enough strength to grab the knife or she's getting drowned? Oh, Sam, stop it.
MSK.
Come on, dude.
but wait, there's more.
There's more apparently. So here comes the M. Night Shyamalan twist of the movie. So she somehow, through the miracle of going Super Saiyan, apparently, can grab a knife when she's getting drowned. He can just beat her fucking head in. Doesn't matter. She grabs the knife, stabs him in the side right here, manages to escape. And I can understand it to a certain extent. He's not thinking clearly. His emotions are hiding because his fiance just killed. But that shouldn't happen even with all that stuff happening, right? So after that, what ends up happening is we find out that the ex part of the island she told him not to go to was that she had discovered that there was a house owned by a billionaire, and that's why those boats were coming around.
Yeah, it's not overrun by poison oak or ivy, or it's this really dense part of the jungle that's just full of dangerous shit. No, it's a nepo baby lives on the fucking island.
And apparently that nepo baby is gone.
And well, it's heavily implied that when she discovered this place, she killed all the inhabitants.
That's very possible, right?
And that right there is when your opinion on her, well, for me personally.
Well, she definitely killed the people that brought the food there. Because remember how she said how it looked like she mastered what the passcode was to get in?
Yeah. Well, that right there, when that reveal hit, that's when my opinion on her just flipped all the way to the left. I was like, I was like, oh, she's not just crazy. This bitch is fucking evil. Like right then and there, like any empathy.
Apparently from the twist, she was just apparently torturing Joan O'Brien's character just for the amusement of it. And she actually legitimately believed, I believe, that if she had did all these things to him, he was gonna fall in love with her. But he didn't. Well, that made her go fucking insane.
Well, now that I look back on it, it definitely reads off as like the first half of this movie, she's doing everything she can to try and win him over and prove that she's not this, dumpy, gross, little fucking gremlin thing that she was in The Office, and that, she's a lot more. And, she tries to get close to him and tries to win his approval, despite the fact that she's a total crazy fucking bitch. And then the moment where he poisons her and tries to leave the island, that's when she realizes, oh, he's never going to change. And he's just, the same shitty fucking person he always was. And, I feel like that kind of drives her further into this mad psychosis, that, she ends up being in by the end of the movie pretty much.
And this is another thing where in the movie, when you have this final twist of finding out that she apparently found this Nepo baby's house that was on this part of the island in like this beach part of it, and he gets in there, and it gets to a point where they have one final confrontation. And this is another thing that I have a problem with the movie, and it's
Dude,
like, okay,
I felt like I was watching Jurassic Park. I was just like, shoot her!
because
Shoot her!
this is another part of the movie where it flips actually, and it's good or bad depending on how you feel about it. She knows that he has lied to her about how he feels about her or how he expresses it. Guess what happens again, guys? She falls for it again. But it also turns out that, when he grabs this shotgun that he was holding in front of her. He was okay. So basically, he gets this house. He gets in, and she can track him with the cameras. She finally gets him cornered where
she becomes the Jigsaw killer for some reason.
And the Jigsaw killer, and then she has this shotgun out. He pleads with her again, and somehow, some way, convinces her that he loves her. And for some reason, her character believes it. But to be fair, I can understand. She believes it. She's crazy. She's legitimately insane. Like, remember I told you, after that date scene, that's the third strike. I think she just lost it. She completely loses it. And, okay, so he gets the shotgun. Turns out it's not loaded. That was a bluff. And then he tries to attack her once again. And for some reason, does attack her. Doesn't kill her, because that's how Hollywood movies work. Apparently, grown men just can't overpower 120-pound women because reasons, obviously.
Well, you can't overpower the attractive ones like Rachel McAdams, man. I mean, come on.
That's true. That is true. So she ends up getting the upper hand, and then she grabs a golf club.
This shit made me laugh so fucking hard.
And then she was like, I'm going to do a hole in... She said something stupid like, I'm going to do a hole in one or something like that.
That's just Sam Raimi camp. The movie is full of dialogue like that.
Good Lord. And after that, it's revealed. Also, essentially, they don't show him getting beaten with a golf club.
No, the fucking the transition between scenes is crazy. Because
that looked like a That's So Raven vision.
Well,
clip.
it's very much that Evil Dead style of, flash editing that Sam Raimi does. Like, because the camera zooms into his face as she's bringing the fucking club down, and then it cuts to her off the island, literally swinging a golf club, like she's playing actual golf now. And, she's fine. Like, she's escaped the island, and, she's started a whole new life for herself, and everything's great. And after that, the movie just kind of ends.
He was saying, hey, I love you. I want to stay with you on the island forever. And for some reason, her brain just believed that, even though she already knows this guy will say whatever he needs to say to get out of a situation.
Well, she's crazy though, man. Like, you and I should know this more than anybody. Like, crazy bitches' crazy bitches and their brains don't fucking work well. All right.
Yeah. So as Nate has said, a year later passes. She gets rescued in the same manner that Dylan O'Brien's character suggested at the beginning part of the movie. She now runs that company that she was gonna get the promotion through. She's gonna get a movie coming up of a book she wrote. And
that's kind of meta though. Like, didn't they say that the movie was going to be called Send Help? Did they say that?
Yeah. And then what's crazy is it's revealed, because he did die, because it's revealed she claims she's the only survivor of the plane crash. Now, you could also theorize that she keeps Dylan O'Brien's character locked up somewhere. You could theorize that.
Well, now I'm curious, because we know she killed him. So how much longer was she on that island before leaving? Like, did she kill him and just go back to relaxing?
Well, just a year later, so approximately a year of time. So after that, the movie ends up ending like she's driving with her bird and singing one way or another, and that's how it ends.
Pretty much ends.
Yeah. No, I mean, awesome movie. I just, those are my main issues right there. No way in that brutal fight she should ever overpower him. People would say, but his leg was hurt. It was getting somewhat better. There's just no way. He has her face in puddle water or something. Bash that bitch's fucking brains out with a rock. What are you doing? He had the
once again,
knife in his hands. How do you do not let that go?
What-
Oh
what-
my god,
once
man.
again, I really think my only big problem with this film is the fact that she learned all her survival skills from Survivor. That's still the only big
Yeah,
problem I have with
yeah.
this. Other than that little inkling of thing, dude, like this is a near flawless Sam Raimi movie for me, dude. Like I loved this thing from like start to finish.
I will say the most unnecessary thing about the movie is that final third twist, because you didn't really need that. You could have actually just ended
Well,
the movie a little bit differently.
I disagree a little bit because, like I said, throughout the movie, as it goes on, you see her slowly just getting more and more insane. And then once that final twist hits, it's like, oh no, she's not just insane. She's just fucking evil.
Yeah, like I
Like,
can also still somewhat believe that a person could, because what's the chances of finding a luxurious beach house on a stranded island? Like, what's the chances of that?
yeah.
But I could also somewhat believe that if she found that, she wouldn't want to get help or call for help because she likes being on the island where she's like the king or queen, and she could just be in control and she could torture this guy that she's in love with.
I mean, dude, I don't know if I'd ever want to leave either if I was trapped on an island with Rachel McAdams. She
Man.
could do whatever the fuck she wanted to me, and I wouldn't resist.
My biggest problem is, I would say, yeah, outside of those 3 or 4 issues I really had, this is overall a really good movie. It's paced pretty well for a movie that's pretty much 2 hours long. The dialogue's very good.
The direction's
very
great.
good. The horror elements are great. The cinematography is good. The set pieces are good. The practical designs are very good.
And dude, the gore effects, that's one thing I can say. Like, if you go and see a Sam Raimi movie, you can expect to have excellent gore effects.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
I would say the story is one of those stories where, outside of the few issues I have with it, the script, I would say, was pretty put together. It was nicely, tightly fitted. I also like the usage of the flashback scenes, because I think more directors should do that. Like, seeing just like, yeah, technically she didn't kill his fiance. She bashed the brains out of that Wong Ching Chong guy.
And literally left him hanging on the plane as it was going down.
Dude, holy fucking shit. But no, I will now that I'm thinking more about it, I really enjoyed the movie. It was tense. I love horror movies with settings like these. They're in isolated locations with kind of no way of getting help, and it's just the characters being there.
I would say it's more of a survival thriller than it is like a straight up horror movie. Kind
of.
Yeah.
It's probably an amalgamation of all those categories anyway.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts and opinions on Send Help?
Well, like I said, man, I mean, now that we've sat down and we've talked about it for the past hour, like, I liked this movie a lot more than what I thought it was going to be. Like, I'm glad I'm glad the trailer didn't really come out and tell you everything everything about the movie, because that just would have disappointed the shit out of me. What you have is a movie about 2 fundamentally flawed people who are trapped in a place with no signs of civilization, who are just ultimately fighting for dominance and trying to one up each other. And as the movie goes on, you just kind of learn that they're both pieces of shit, and that they are going to lie and manipulate each other to do whatever they can to come out on top. And that's really what is tense about this movie, is because you just don't know where it's going to go or what's going to happen next. But Rachel McAdams kills it. Fucking Dylan O'Brien is great. Like you said, the cinematography, the effects, the set design, and the set pieces in this movie are immaculate.
Yeah, dialogue was really good.
Yeah, dialogue is good.
They gave both of them gave performances I could believe.
Yeah.
If this situation was a thing.
And like
I had my few gripes, but I actually believed in their performances when they were doing them.
Yeah. And like I said, there's multiple moments in this movie where you're rooting for her, and then you go to rooting for him, and then you're back to rooting for her. Like, the movie does a really good job of just, towing you into the story and getting you absorbed in it and in these characters. If I had to give it a rating based on my own ratings, I know you don't do ratings. Right now for me, it's like a solid A-, dude. The only reason there's a minus is because there's only like 1 or 2 things in there I didn't like. But overall, dude, this was a fantastic way to end January for me. Like, it's still too early in the year to really put this movie on like any kind of list. But if by any chance there's anything that comes out this year that is not as good as this could be a contender for the top 10 best list.
Yeah, for me right now, as my final thoughts and opinions on it, I had a great time watching this. I liked a lot of things about it. The things I didn't like, knocked it down a little bit, but I liked a lot more than I disliked about the movie. I think also the huge like the score was good enough, but they could have got a little bit more out of the person who did the score composing. But
I didn't mind I didn't mind the score.
Outside of that, Rachel McAdams, man, she gave a great performance. Actually, it's crazy how these kind of movies.
I actually thought she was ugly for a minute.
You lying? Guy's just lying. I'll be honest here. If you're asking me personally, I am someone where if she were to ever sit on my face, I don't know if I'd let her leave. Just saying. But
I mean, if she looked at me and said, "I don't ever want to leave this place," I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, we ain't never leaving here.
Hey,
we're staying here forever."
I liked what Sam Raimi did with Dylan O'Brien's character. He was like, "Okay, you had a fiance, you're not going to be smashing this chick and cheating on her." Okay, I can like that on a moralistic aspect.
Yeah, but it's still kind of unrealistic to me that you're on an island alone with an attractive woman for that much of a prolonged period of time, and you're not going to try and make a move. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you know what? I had a great time with the movie. This will be a movie that'll probably be in my top 10 movies of 2026, barring the rest of the movies we're going to see throughout the year, and also barring on streaming releases that we may or may not do movie reviews on. Also, this might be a movie where it's maybe a 11th or 12th pick too, but no, overall, so it's a good movie. If you actually enjoy this kind of movie, you'll have a great time watching it in theaters. Now, if you want to wait for streaming, you can go ahead, but you're going to feel like, damn, I probably should have went and watched this, honestly, at theater. Seeing it on the big screen was a nice little treat there. But Sam Raimi did a great job on this movie. So
yeah,
thank you guys for coming by and checking out this episode of My Butthole. I'm joking, guys. So thank you guys for checking out this episode. Oh my God. Wait a minute. I'm having sex with too many women now. This is all jokes, guys. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I am MSK, aka Master Swagking, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. I'm going to have to edit out those parts right there. Holy shit, that was cringe. I lost my train of thought midway through the fucking video.
I need to start making videos with all my outtakes for when I'm shooting my reviews. Because, dude, I say a lot of stupid shit or stumble over my words when I'm trying to fucking, review shit.
Or who knows? I'll probably just leave it in there. I don't care that much, honestly.
Just leave it in there.
Oh yeah. She wanted that from him. Just to leave it in there. Good Lord.
Yeah. This is a great movie, man. Like the more and more I sit down and actually think about it, the more I like it. Like, it's one of those movies where I just think more about it, and I'm like, God, I keep coming up with reasons to like it.
This guy said Joker is not brilliant. It's king of comedy combined with Taxi Driver with a DC paint job. There's not a single original bone in its body.
Wait, what? What's this about?
Because we were talking about Joker. The first Joker movie, not Joker 2.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Send Help. I'm like, what the fuck does Send Help have to do with DC?
Oh, Joker needed Send Help in that prison grape scene. Good Lord.
Oh, God.
I mean, this is the best part of this movie, though. I think the Joker... I mean, I'm not too familiar with Joaquin Phoenix's filmography, though. It's one of those things where it might be these movies. It probably is. But it's this also this argument I tell people... Movies you've watched are going to be movies you watch, and the ones that come out later after that movie or movies or whatever are going to be inspired by other movies. Is it a crime to be inspired by another movie? I don't know. Honestly.
No. I mean, there's plenty of movies I've seen that are homages to other movies.
I almost walked out of Joker a few times. It was pretentious and boring, and I didn't get the appeal of a DC movie that has nothing to do with the source material. I mean,
I can agree with that.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's because I mean, I was definitely one of those guys when the movie was coming out. I was like, this doesn't feel like a Joker solo film. Like this feels like something else entirely. Like when I look at Joaquin Phoenix, like I remember when the first images of Joaquin Phoenix were coming out, I was like, he just looks like a random juggalo. He doesn't look anything like the Joker.
Your criticism is not very original either. All films take aspects from older movies. There's taking aspects and then there's straight up plagiarism. The fuck? Show me the plagiarism. The guy in his 40s who is an aspiring comedian who obsesses over a talk show. What the fuck? How's that plagiarism? People on Twitter are retarded. Why do I talk to you people?
This movie was just not my cup of tea, man. I mean,
it's a spectacular film, even if it borrows from other films. You just don't like it because it portrays a white man with problems. Oh, I'm done. Oh God, I'm done.
We can never have civilized film talk without bringing up politics or race or anything like that. It's like, good God, guys.
Yeah, like good fucking God. Fuck me. Am I gonna be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel later on tonight? I don't know. I'll see. I'll think about it. I had a long day. So yeah, we're gonna end up wrapping it up here. Which I will not do if I ever have sex with Rachel McAdams. That's not happening. There's no wrapping up anything.
No, she's gonna be having my kids and they're gonna be playing on the beach for the rest of their lives.
No, she does not need to be on beaches. This chick is insane.
Yeah, if she stays on the beach for too long, she's gonna breed. You know what I mean?
Good. Oh my God. All right. So do you have anything planned coming up you would like to let the audience know about?
Well, this weekend, I'm going to end up seeing Solo Mio. I don't know that much about it. I've seen the one poster with Kevin James on it, and I'm like, this is either going to be a crock of shit like the rest of his movies, or it's just going to be, boring. I don't have that much I don't have that much, I don't have that much excitement for it.
I saw a trailer for it. It's the whole thing was pretty much just shown in that.
And I'm seeing another movie this weekend too. It's called Whistle. It's like a horror movie involving like some whistle that's like in the shape of a skull. Like you blow into it and it summons like spirits and shit. I've seen one trailer for it. I saw one trailer for it like last year and I was like, oh, I mean, I'll see that when it comes out. It hasn't gotten like any marketing at all, so I don't know if it's if it's gonna be good or what. But I'm definitely gonna be seeing those and reviewing those when I get the time. Still making my way through Resident Evil Village. So if people want to, watch me get chased around by a tall 9'6" vampire mommy, you can come check me out at you can come check me out at Full Metal Nate. We're taking a break from Curse of Strahd because two of my players have left. So I need to kind of like, steer the course and figure out where we're going to go next. Also, it's Super Bowl Sunday this weekend, so we're going to end up playing anyway. But if you're into D&D or not into D&D, and if you want to come see what all the the fuss is about, you can come check me out at Full Metal Nate again. We interact with the chat and we just have a lot of fun over there in general.
Yep. And as for me, I have podcasting, game streams coming up, and I am currently working on the uploading the rest of the episodes for the Cloud9 podcast. Because if you guys don't know, on the podcast platforms, if you follow me, Master Swag King, the MSK Show Cloud9 podcast, I have been working on just, mass uploading the rest of the podcast episodes for the Iron Man podcast. So the Nightwing podcast is fully uploaded. Then you have the Cloud9 podcast that is currently getting fully uploaded to the newest episode. And then I've uploaded the rest of the Iron Man podcast. So this is what I want. So essentially, I want it to be the point where after an episode is over, I download it and then just upload it to the podcast platform. So currently right now, I'm working on uploading the latest season of the Cloud9 podcast. And then after that, I'm going to start uploading episodes of this show. But right when the Cloud9 podcast is done, episode is going up. That's how it should be. Episodes get done on this show, they're going up. No more wait time. So also on Rumble, I have to renumber the episodes of the MSK show the way I did on YouTube because I messed up. And I got to go through pages and pages of renumbering. So if you guys don't see an episode of the MSK show uploaded to Rumble in a little bit, I'm not quitting it. It's just I have to renumber something, but also upload the Cloud9 podcast and game streams there. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by and checking out this episode of the MSK show. And